Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Community Spotlight. If you're not familiar, Community Spotlight is a show where we showcase games and game communities. So today, we've got Aeon Frodo who's going to do Code Lyoko, the DS game, since that didn't manage to happen at Frost Vital. And since the Community Spotlight usually showcases more than one run, we also have Gary J. Games here who's going to run Quest for Infinity afterwards. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Before we get into that, though, make sure you tune in tomorrow. I believe it's Time Capsule. Let me double check that real quick. No, it's Random Number Generation tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's a show about randomizers and randomizer community. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you tune in for that. And of course, if you're looking forward to Summer Games Done Quick, make sure you watch our website. We've got dates about upcoming things such as prize donations, off-site volunteering, on all of that. We post there. But Aeon, Frodo, Gary, how are you both doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm doing all right.
Well,
Oh, we were supposed to... Okay, sorry.
And go.
This is
No.
very scruffed.
no, it's fine. How about you, Aeon? How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I actually watched the episodes that are relevant to my game, which is the Code Lyoko DS game, last night. So I've kind of got a refresher on, just the whole series basically. Well, not the whole series, just the episodes pertaining to this game. But it's really cool.
A lot more to the show than 15.
So how are you doing today, Gary?
I'm good as well. I wish I could say that I watched the episodes on my game as well, but this is not canon. My game is not canon, at least.
Oh, okay.
So I watched all 0 of them.
Sounds good. Very easy
Nice.
report.
Good.
So what
Yeah.
should we expect to see out of this run from you, Aeon? What is this game? What do we need to know before we get started?
First of all, I hope Santa doesn't attack the stream.
Oh boy.
I've had tech issues trying to run this game, but we're gonna go through a bunch of episodes through season 1 and season 2, and one episode of season 3. This game is meant to promote season 3 actually, and it's kind of a faithful game. There's one episode that's particularly really faithful, but I'll get into that when I get into that. And it's a really fun game to speedrun. It's definitely better than I expected it. It's still a new game to be speedrun, because we only started speedrunning it
2 months ago. I don't even think 2 months ago. I think we're just approaching 2 months.
No, it was last year when I first speedran it.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
it's been getting kicked into high gear recently, at least.
Yeah. So there's still a lot of things to discover about this game. So you're seeing a speedrun kind of in its early stages, actually.
That can always be a lot of fun. Is there anything else you think we should know before we get started?
Both of the games are kind of like Sonic Boom because we control 4 characters. The Wii U one, the bad one.
Yeah, that's the bad one. Which also describes some of these games as well.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyway, I'm gonna put my file name in. I'm gonna be faithful to the Frank Vitel's one, which is Frog Facts, because that was what was donated for. So I'm putting that on there, kitty. Anyway, sorry, my cat's gonna be a bit upset. Sorry, kitty.
Oh no.
Anyway, I'm ready to start.
Okay.
Anyway.
I am
All right.
ready when you are.
Count you down. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go. So welcome to Code Lyoko. This is a game that is basically based on the series, but first off, we have a wall-breaking thing. So Jeremy has invented a Code Lyoko game, and we're just going through the tutorial of that. So we've been told the basic mechanics of the game. We've been told to look at our menu, which I tend to forget sometimes. Because we barely even use it. Also, the hitboxes are very, very precise sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Code Lyoko is a show that has they're separated into two sections. There's an Earth section and there's Lyoko section. So, and they're both at different animation styles. So Earth section is mainly 2D, and you're gonna see me
It's
moving.
them at school. And, like,
Influence.
yeah.
Yeah, we're at school. We're boarding school students in France. Fun fact though, like this school like that they base off on is actually based on a very real school in France. So it's kind of really cool, and also the factory is based on a real location. Anyway.
Also, we should kind of explain the show in case, because a lot of people that are here are probably have seen the show before, but like for anyone that hasn't, Code Lyoko is a French animated cartoon. It pretty much is about four friends that find a supercomputer. They have to free this AI being that we find out eventually is actually a human that's been trapped. And when we try to free her, yeah, shh, spoilers. We'll find that out later in my game. Shh.
We find that later in my
Oh,
game
actually,
too.
we find it in that game too. Your game too. And we have to. Sorry, I'm brain farting.
That's
We have
fine.
to fight this thing called a Xana, which is a sentient computer virus trying to destroy the world. And it's a very, very beloved cartoon. Like, there are a lot of diehard fans, us kind of included as well. So
Yeah, we like before like running the games, we all love the show.
Yeah.
So we are fans as well.
yeah,
And this was a French production, correct?
yes,
By
it was. Mhm.
or it was first made by Anti Films. I'm not sure whether they're the same company or not, or whether they changed the name. But
I
yeah.
think they are. I don't know.
Anyway, so I'm gonna switch to Yumi here. I need to get a blast forward. I think blast forward.
Mhm.
So it's what the first combo move I get in Lyoko. So combo moves are really important, not only for like beating enemies quickly, but also for skips. And we're gonna see that a little bit later on the run.
Hey, Aeon, I have a question.
Was it?
What button is the jump button mapped to on the DS?
There is no dedicated jump button.
Wait, what? But you said
Yeah.
there's skips. How are we going to do skips?
I know, and this is supposed to be a platformer too. Whatever shall we do?
Oh no. Well, I guess we'll have to make do.
Yep. So there is no dedicated jump button in this game. The buttons are like allocated to combo moves or a really powerful attack. So Oric's Y move is like a powerful sword slam. Come on, Jeremy.
Jeremy, please.
Yes. Also, unlike in Quest for Infinity, we actually get to play as Jeremy.
I know, right? I think only like 3 times, right? I don't remember. You might also
Anyway.
see every so often Aeon takes a little bit of a detour to get some XP. XP routing is very tight in this game because some of the combo moves kill certain enemies in one hit rather than others. So XP is a pretty big part of the game. And also, that's what we do if we die. We have to spend XP to revive ourselves. So in,
Yeah.
during the second half of the game, XP is a lot less tight, but like you'll see probably Aeon's going to be within like 10 points of not having any.
Is the XP the floating
Alright, so
squares?
that was
Yeah.
easy.
Oh,
So
those are-
that puzzle there is pretty simple. We get a lot of puzzles during the end to deactivate towers. So when Xena attacks, we need our leader to be alive in order to deactivate the towers. If our leader dies at any point during the mission, you have to restart the whole mission.
yeah,
Oh my
it's an
God.
instant game over. It's an instant game over. Which is, as opposed to if anyone else
Anyway.
dies, you can just pay points.
Yeah. So anyway, Jeremy wants to go to maths class, but maths class has been cancelled, which he feels really disappointed about. If I were Jeremy, I would be pretty excited.
I mean, I actually like math. I'm a side with Jeremy here.
All right.
Also, when you mentioned before, yeah, so there's 3 different floating objects. The yellow ones are for your Lyoko power. That's for special abilities like super sprint, not time control, something else. Or cat climb and levitation or telekinesis, that's the word. And then
Telekinesis, yeah.
The blue ones are the points, and the green ones are for health. So the blue ones are really the most important, if you want me to be honest.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but we are back on Earth. So one of the funniest things when being on Earth is the closer you are to the screen, the faster you move. So we won't go as close to the screen, but we won't alternate back and forth because moving in diagonals is also faster. So I'm trying to do that with Jeremy here. Sometimes the because I'm playing this on a 3DS, so sometimes the D-pad on not the D-pad, the circle pad is sometimes really finicky. Anyway, so we just find out that Santa has cut the power, and we don't have we need his laptop now, so we need to just go and grab his laptop. I believe this episode's based on seeing is believing. Yeah.
I think that sounds right.
So So Ulrich has our laptop. We're gonna just talk to him and get our laptop back.
Are you gonna do the fast movement in this one in the library or the slow movement?
Nah.
Oh.
Okay. So we're trying to activate the scanner, but unfortunately we don't have enough power to activate it. So when you go up and there's I wonder what he has. So he has a DS. And the DS has enough power along with the laptop to power the scanner up.
Wow, very humble of you, Nintendo.
And also we have to do a puzzle. The puzzles are called hacking in this game. And basically, hacking is just like doing puzzles. There are like post-game things you can do with hacking. Oh, that's not really spoiled. Whatever. I'm spoiling, by the way. Anyway, I think we need Auric and Flip Saber. No, not Flip Saber. Dragon Saber.
Also, what I mentioned earlier, what's the fast movement in the library? If you walk up instead of down, she literally just finished mentioning that moving closer to the screen is faster. But if you move up and then go behind Ulrich, it's like half a second faster, but you can get stuck pretty easily. I'm the only one that does it because I like to waste time.
That's fine. It's ultimately faster anyway.
Yeah.
All for that half-second time save. Oh, I didn't get them all. That's disappointing. So these sprinklers explode the moment you hit them. Well, not the moment you hit them, but they explode after a little while. And unfortunately, I didn't get this happen. But I can get the extra points. So that's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we know most of these enemies here. So the fastest way to beat some of these enemies is to actually like use the sword slam and then do the combo, and that like beats them like one go.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. So some of the combos are deadly towards enemies. Like think of it as like super effective attacks in Pokemon.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't have the I almost spoke too soon. Okay. We do have it against the Hornets, but not against... Okay, there we go. I was so scared there, because if I was, like, close to the edge, I would have fallen off it. So here, I purposely fall off the edge in order to play as our leader. Because our leader's the only one that can deactivate the towers.
Also, it saves, like, a second, or like half a second, or a second of movement, which, I mean... In this game, yeah, it's 2.5 hours almost, but like besides the big fight skips, there's not a lot of time saved. So we can get as much as we can out of easy things. Yeah.
The DS screen is like the biggest enemy in the game, especially when it comes to the hacking puzzles. Anyway, so we're on chapter 3, and this is based off Satellite, which is part of the infamous Pick on Yumi week, but Yumi doesn't get picked on, which is kind of hilarious, actually.
Right.
So, Satellite is the episode where all the kids' cell phones get confiscated because Santa activated them all at the same time, or activated the tower, and then use a satellite to make them call. Yeah.
Hacking noises.
So the principal confiscates all our phones, and we had to get them back because otherwise we have no way of contacting each other when Santa attacks, which is really bad. Oh, okay, good. Jeremy did not crash the game there. So
Ooh. Yay!
Is that random? Can you control it?
I'm not sure, but he did crash my game there once, so yeah. Anyway,
this-
so we're going.
Sorry, this game has a lot of. It crashed once, moments like throughout the run, and we're all just paranoid. If this game
Oh,
crashes,
no.
I'm not going to be surprised, but we have saves for it.
Yeah. Anyway, I just like stole the key from the receptionist desk in order to get into the principal's office. If you actually fail that minigame, you have to like start it all over again, which is really annoying.
So
You can't have a very generous time frame to steal it in.
I believe you mentioned this at the start, but somebody in chat is asking how many episodes does this game cover?
This game covers technically 14 because the first chapter is a tutorial, and that doesn't really cover any episode. So 14, so 6 from season 1, 7 from season 2, and 1 from season 3.
I'm enjoying how many people keep jumping in chat going, there's a game?
Yeah, there. I was
Alright.
honestly surprised as well.
Okay, so we're going to do our first actual skip here. So this part here, we don't have to do it, but it's kind of a little bit finicky to get past this barrier. So no, okay, because it extends like kind of outwards. Oh, Yumi. Okay, she's okay. Sorry.
Yumi? Don't you hate it when you just... Oh my god.
Did you just...
So when you skip a battle, the music from the battle keeps on playing. Like you just hear this dun 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 dun. It kind of gets me on nerves a little bit.
Yeah, this game has the best soundtrack. It's beautiful.
How tight is that skip, like, to walk around the barrier like
It's
that?
not too tight, but it's a bit annoying.
Yeah,
Also, hey,
it's-
Samu.
Yo, Samu! It's not really tight, it's just very finicky. Like, cause like all the walls in this game, like all the blue walls, the red walls, they give knockback, which makes it really annoying to get some of these skips. And then also they extend a little bit outwards.
Out, yeah,
Like,
like,
there's-
I just showed.
It's like that one.
Anyway, so I just got through fans in order to beat the hornets really fast. Oh my god, I missed a cranklet. Nice. Good job, Yumi. Anyway, what were you saying? Gary?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't? Oh, no.
You were talking about the
Well-
invisible walls around the
Oh yeah.
barriers.
So like that skip and a lot of other skips later in the game, it would be easy if we could see the actual like collision on the wall, but the fact that we can't see it just makes it a little more inconsistent. Like that fight in particular, some of the fights will save like a minute and a half at most. There's a couple boss fights we skip as well later on that like would lose like 2.5 minutes, would take 2.5 minutes to finish. That one I feel like is one of the faster ones. I think that's only like 30-40 seconds at most. So these
Yeah,
skips
yeah.
stack up very quickly.
Yeah, they do. Speaking of skips, we're about to approach another one, actually.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this
think-
one, let's just say Xana did not program this barrier well.
Yeah. Xana
Oh,
took
no.
a nap during this one.
Come on, there we go. That was a bit finicky, but we got through.
Yeah, Yumi just kind of hugs the wall and then whoop.
Yeah, what?
So what happened there was, like we mentioned, the walls give you knockback, and right there's actually 2 walls intercepting to kind of make a V. Now
Oh.
the game really doesn't know how to handle collision with any wall, let alone one that interact with you. Like if Aeon were to just hug the wall, we kind of see just Yumi bouncing back and forth, getting stuck on the corners. So the game really doesn't know what to do. So it kind of stacks we really don't know exactly what happens. What we do think is it stacks your momentum in a certain direction and it just kind of shoves you through because the game's like, okay, I give up. So we literally just ram our facing the walls until it just decides to give up. It's great.
Alright, can you guess what I had to do in this puzzle? Or what 3 pieces I have to use? I hope he knows there's a pattern, right? There's going to be a very distinguishable pattern.
The big one? Good, okay.
These puzzles are easy at first, but they do progressively harder.
Do the
Oh, yeah.
pieces
Anyway, so
always
playing is
spawn in
fun.
the same places?
And-
Yeah, it's consistent.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're playing as Yumi, and Yumi actually is an off-campus student, and she lives with her family. One of the most distinguishing things about Yumi, as the character in the show, is she is Japanese, and it's actually very unusual from what. It's been ages since I read this, but it's very unusual to see Japanese immigrants in France. So she kind of stands out, and she kind of gets bullied in school, even though she can she knows martial arts and stuff. Anyway.
Also, I
So-
should mention, we're gonna, real quick, I'm sorry. A lot of people mentioned it in chat. The official YouTube channel, well, there is an official YouTube channel that is releasing the episodes officially on YouTube. Like, it is the official license holders. There's no questions asked. It's really good definition. We're gonna probably mention it throughout the run a couple times, both runs. So if you ever want to rewatch the show, and even Evolutions is getting dubbed recently too. This is probably the best time. Yeah, Evolution's getting dubbed. It's great.
It's subbed.
Oh, subbed. I'm sorry, subbed. Sorry. I wish.
Yeah.
I need a nap. Yeah, it's probably one of the best times to be a Lyoko fan.
Yeah. So the game expects you to talk to Jeremy again after getting the first key, but we just go and just grab the extra key because he tells you, "Oh no, that's the wrong key." And so, like, thanks, Jeremy.
That's the
so just
only.
ignore that sort of thing.
So that's the only sequence break in the overworld we do as well.
No,
And by
it isn't.
sequence, what isn't?
No, it isn't. No,
Really?
it isn't.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
There's one more, so yeah.
I'm probably just being dumb and not remembering it. Okay.
I like the
Yeah,
high
yeah.
dramatic music that's cut in right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the only one that's like available. Code Lyoko Evolution is not quite like this. It's like half animated on Lyoko and half live action.
And
I'm
that
not
is
sure how
honorable mention. No.
Yeah, I'm not sure how people feel about it, but I think most fans do not like it.
Most fans consider it not canon.
Yeah.
Now
But
that could
you
also
get,
be
like,
that could also be the fact that it was made. Sorry. It could also
doing
be.
that.
Sorry. It can also be the fact that it wasn't made by the original makers of the show as well. But yeah, it was the live action version.
Yeah. Anyway, so this part prominently features our leader because you only have Yumi and our leader. Now, you can actually like do the next fight as our leader, but it's actually pretty risky and yeah. I don't want to spend more Lyoko points than I have to because the Lyoko points are still really tight here. Whoa,
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
did
That was my
someone
chair.
crash?
No, that was my chair. I'm sorry.
Is there
That's fine.
any character that you prefer to be in these sections if you're able to be? Like,
Either Yumi or Auric.
Yeah, Yumi for fights usually, and Ulrich for you'll see later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so here you could be Aelita, and it would save a little bit of time. Pretty comparable though, because instead of changing the Aelita here, so Yumi needs to change the Aelita here because Yumi can't float. I know, unfortunate.
Yeah.
If you were to
I-
stay
I'm
as
very
Aelita-
bad jump on. Oh, I did not mean to fall down there. Okay, whoops.
Oh well. I mean,
Yeah.
if you stayed as Aelita during the fight, you can actually death abuse here, which is what Aeon was trying to do. But
I wasn't trying to do that.
oh well.
I wasn't trying to death beast at all.
Yeah.
I was going to like do the thing as Aliyah and then return as her. So yeah.
I know, right? But like we mentioned earlier, the yellow are Lyoko points. Aelita's only attack is the energy fields, and you can only use it if you have Lyoko points. And like we mentioned before,
Oh, there we
if
go.
Yeah.
I got through.
oh yeah,
So,
that's
you
a
can
thing.
do that wall. Yeah. Because there's collision there and it just it's finicky.
Yeah.
So you only have to do the right side of the mission instead of the left side.
Yeah.
As well.
There's a couple other places as well, or rather one other place where that happens. So
No, it's pronounced differently between regions. Like I pronounce it as Alita. Gary
Yeah.
pronounces it as Alita.
It depends specifically on the dub. Also, fun fact: if you go to Google Translate and type in Aelita, different languages, or like if you do like text to speech in different like regions, it'll pronounce it differently depending on the local dialect. Also, sick damage boost.
Okay. Oh, they're not together. That's disappointing. But you want to try to get the enemies together in order to like one-shot them both, just save time. Which is disappointing. I couldn't like pull that off. And well, I missed. So that's great. Hopefully these two cooperate. They did. Nice.
Yeah, Aelita is pronounced Yif. I don't know about you guys, but yo, sick.
So this our next fight is the first fight against a mega tank. Now this mega tank can, well, after these hornets that is, but yeah, after after these hornets, the mega tank will appear up, and they're kind of annoying because their weakness only shows whenever they attack, and that's whenever they feel like it. They can also attack you through like rolling it towards you, which is you can't really hurt it at all. But fortunately, the mega tank is being nice.
There is another way we can kill him. No, there is another way we can kill him later on in the run, but it's very finicky. We can essentially run into him and knock him off a ledge. But like, I don't think. Do you go for a couple of those?
No ledges here. There's no ledges here, but
Yeah.
I tried to, but then I just like failed. Anyway, so guess what 3 pieces we use here?
I'm gonna go with yes, all of them.
Sure. I hope everyone's noticed the pattern. Anyway, so this episode's logbook. So, Auric's diary has been stolen by the one and only Sissy Downless. She's the principal's daughter, so you kind of don't want to mess with her. And she does have the hots for Auric. So she basically blackmails him into like doing stuff because she has his diary. So we need to get it back because otherwise she's just gonna spill the secrets about our group. So yeah, as a group of boys school students, we kind of have to like keep the secret of Lyoko in the factory.
Another thing, if people haven't seen the show, no one really knows that Lyoko exists, Xanax exists, and we need to keep it a secret because, you know, sending 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old kids into a virtual reality where they can actually die, kind of against school protocol. I don't know. My friends might be different, actually. I'm not sure.
But yeah, so we just got information about, no, we just stole like a pillow from Sissy. No, we stole a doll from Sissy's room, and that's it. We stole the room stealing her doll.
I'm gonna take this and goodbye.
Yeah, and then we just like, okay, and then we go find out where our diary is. So we talk to Nicholas, and he goes like, "Oh, Herb has it," which I like her goons basically. So we talk to Herb. We friend him with martial arts, pickaxe a lot, which is what Auric knows, and we get back. And then we confront like Sissy. And into the cafeteria we go.
Yeah, we also.
But oh no, the door's electrified.
Oh
We
no!
can't get out. Only Odd can save us. Also, it's really important to talk to Jeremy here, because if you don't talk to Jeremy, you can't like get into the scanners and stuff, because he's the one that can use the supercomputer.
Also, Jeremy gets lonely sometimes. You need to check on him. I mean, he actually has a waifu, so.
But she's currently in the supercomputer. Anyway, so we're going to download Freeway's Shot, which is my least favorite move in the game because it acts like a double-edged sword.
So Odd is pretty limited combat-wise. Three-way shot is his strongest move by far, but it can be reflected.
Yeah, and that's really bad because it does a lot of damage back to him.
Halfway through the run, we start just having a life. So you can also, in the menu, you see we can buy attack boosts, which we do a couple times, life power, life pack boosts, which we can increase our life points and our Lyoko points, which Aeon does a couple times. And I think, do you end with just Ulrich with max life or everyone? I don't remember.
I only have Auric, I think.
Okay.
But I could be mistaken. Maybe odd, but
Yeah.
that's if I have like enough points left over.
Yeah, we use Auric for a very... There's a really kind of annoying fight that happens later on in the run, which we need. We kind of want Ulrich to be buffed, so we're going to dump a lot of points into him. But yeah, you can also buy combo moves, and you can also buy Lyoko PowerPoint packs and Life PowerPoint packs.
I'm not going to go on that. I'm not going to mess with that. I hate that platform so much.
Yeah, platforms are just really finicky all the time.
Yeah, yeah, you don't want to step on cracks in platforms, because sometimes you can just fall through them. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. Did you try to go for the quick cycle?
Yeah, I tried to go for the yeah.
You have to be prepared for that.
Yeah. Platforms really suck in this game.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so you can also buy Lyoko Power Pack points and that stuff. Later on in the run, oh no! Just wait it out. Just wait it out.
I know. This mission sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, you'd think holding up and right would make you go diagonally up and right. Not quite. It's more right than up sometimes, depending on the camera. And also, down left, it goes more down than left. It's...
Oh, is this one of those games where you have to learn every camera and what
Whoa, what happened?
sets you where?
What just happened? What just happened? What just happened?
Hang on.
Did you see that? Like, did you see how puzzle moved? What just happened?
Boost! I didn't see it. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Heck.
I think it was.
You should be looking at bigger screen.
I think it's referring to the like speed boost you got when you were moving off the platform. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That happens sometimes.
No. When I was fighting the monsters, I'd never seen that before.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so we just did a puzzle to escape the Guardian, and now we get a free health refill. So thanks, game. And we fight the rest of the monsters here. Now, it's really funny. You can approach this fight in two different ways. The most consistent way is using three-way shot, but another cool way is you can use odds beam attack, and while using grenades. I call them grenades, but they're not quite grenades. But
there's a name for them, but we just don't.
They call them balls.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
they look like grenades. He throws them, they blow up.
I know, right? Exactly. It's close enough. Yeah, the cubes are the one we mentioned earlier that can reflect the three-way shot. Damage boost and combo move. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I also noticed this as well. You can sometimes, if you do a combo move, if you fall off a ledge or like hit a very small bump, you can gain a lot of momentum off of it. I tried running that in chapter, what is that, 4? Just to save a little bit of second on tiny second in movement, but I never was able to do that. This game has physics.
Mission, this particular mission is like really cool. I forgot to get a thing, but that's okay. So this episode is Ghost Channel. It's probably the coolest episode of season 1, and I'm so glad they included it in this game. Also, please, okay, thank you. Second try. Alright.
Yeah.
So Franz Hopper did not quite program these logs correctly. That's a
Yay!
Okay. That definitely looks intended.
Yeah, you're supposed to be Yumi, but we play it as Ulrich. Yeah. Pretty much every single block that Yumi can lift with telekinesis, one way or another you can clip through with the Ulrich. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference, but a couple times like here, it's so much faster to use Ulrich here, and we'd have to take like 3 seconds to change characters again, so there's no point in... If we can just go through walls, there's no point. Sorry, every time I move, my chair squeaks.
But yeah, this fight's easy. Just use Ulrich.
Well, just use Ulrich.
Yeah. Easy peasy. And collect all the points.
So Aeon used a move called Flip Saber on the cube. We get in a move later called Dragon Flip Saber, which is a combination of 2 different moves.
Yeah.
It's
and
Dragon Saber. Yeah.
In the game.
So this, like Aeon mentioned before, it's kind of like super effective in Pokemon. The move Flip Saber instantly kills them, but the move Dragon Flip Saber, which is literally the same exact move, but with 1 extra hit, does not kill them.
Also,
Because
this
reasons.
platform protection sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
This
yeah,
cycle-
it sucks. It actually like forces you back, and you have no control as well. And it's just like, why?
Because,
Anyway,
because like I mentioned, physics.
yeah. So the crabs here, they're weak to spinning attack, which is why I got that move. I kind of routed it in a way because you have to spend points on Leader early on, so you get spinning saber early, so you can take out the crabs faster.
The most important moves, I think, are Twirl Fan, Spinning Saber, and Saber Sting.
I get offense.
Oh yeah.
Plot twist.
My favorite Pokemon type is Spinning type. So this is hopefully Aeon's gonna be able to. Wait, no, I'm thinking of another level. Never mind.
It's another Lyoko level, yeah. I just fight here. You can skip the section, but I choose to fight there because more
Good luck.
consistent.
So what I'm learning
And
is that cubes are weak to flip attacks and crabs are weak to spinning.
So it's actually kind of based on the show. In the show,
Oh,
whenever they
okay.
usually, whenever
So
they.
this mission,
Sorry, go ahead.
you want me to speak? Okay, so
Go ahead,
this mission here is kind of funny. So you hear the characters kind of repeat themselves, like a tape, basically. What Amy describes as later on. And then she goes, this is really weird. I'm going to talk to my friends and see what happens. And they're like, I don't see anything wrong with this. Like, most people kind of strip it anyway, especially Sissy, who just comes with a yellow t-shirt, which is really unusual. Anyway.
If you know cartoons, you know characters never change outfits. So
I know.
it's very weird. I don't know what's going on. I need help.
But yeah. So we're just doing walking and stuff, and the big thing about this episode here is once he talks to Jeremy, he goes like, oh, nothing's really wrong. Even though you know that something was wrong. And he goes like, what?
This level in particular, so we haven't really talked about it much, but the overworld is actually a map of Katic Academy. It's like there's
Yes.
actually a lot of maps we don't really go to, which is kind of sad because there's a lot of interesting things. But specifically in this level, this one's kind of the biggest one. We had to take a lot of time to figure out what's the fastest route to travel through the maps. We've kind of this one had we had 3 different maps or routes we could go on. This route was like the fastest by I think like 10 seconds I timed. If you ever play this game casually, by all means explore, because there's the factory too. We only go to 4 different rooms, but if you look at the map, the entire right side of the map is places we don't go to.
Yeah. So anyway, so after we check this computer, there's a really big cutscene saying that, oh, Lyoko doesn't exist anymore. Why is that? Oh, there's Jeremy explaining, oh, we had to go to Lyoko, even though we have a list or something. And then the other Jeremy appears going, hey, this guy's a liar.
Spider-Man
So,
meme intensifies.
Yeah. So we get the Jeremy that will do anything for his friends, that will go onto Lyoko and stuff, because Jeremy doesn't tend to go on Lyoko, but he did this time because he really cares about us.
Fun fact, if you choose the wrong Jeremy, do you game over, or is it just I think the game over text comes up and then you just reset from that point and you can talk to that Jeremy.
Yeah, it's really easy. It's always the back Jeremy, by the way. That's the correct one.
Yeah.
If that's not obvious.
Nothing in this game is randomized, except for wall collision sometimes. It feels like that at least.
Yeah, it does feel like. So we're playing as our leader now. As I mentioned earlier, if you die as our leader, you have to start the whole mission over again. So ideally, hopefully, I don't need a life point pack in order to sustain my health. But if I do need it, I'll absolutely use it.
There
also,
are.
this area has like 2 death planes sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's silly. Like, why would you like punish me for just falling once? And
Don't
it's
you
like,
hate it when
oh,
you die twice? It's
I don't know.
so there are no enemies in here, but we do death abuse twice. So if that happens twice in a row, then it's a game over.
Yeah, and I had to start the whole
It's-
mission over again.
It's very rare, but like right here, Aeon's gonna death abuse once, and we're gonna do it one more time just to skip more movement.
Alita, please.
So, you see that we're going around some of these walls a lot. Like whenever we're skipping walls, we're either going through or around them. But you might think, oh, maybe we can go above or below them. Maybe I know there's but maybe we can gain enough height or go underneath. The walls in this game, the blue walls and the red walls, they stretch infinitely vertically and yes, they stretch infinitely vertically both up and down. There is a way we can clip into the ground here. If that was the case, it wasn't the case, we could just walk under these walls. There's 3 walls that we have to remove. We could just walk underneath them and skip all that. That would probably save, I think, like it's 1.5 to 2 minutes or something like that. But unfortunately, that's not quite how that works.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because it would be cool to have like a level skip as our leader, using our leader. But unfortunately, that's not the case, which is a shame.
Although
And
it's,
it's only so much better.
although it's ironic because most of the death abuse strats we actually do with Aelita, weirdly enough.
Yeah. Anyway,
Also-
so we finally have a different sort of puzzle here. We don't use the top 2 on the left and top on the right. We actually use some different locations on the
Oh
puzzle.
my god, what?
Yeah. No.
Oh my
That
god.
weird.
I don't know
Anyway,
what I'm
so
doing now.
Good news. Our leader can come to Earth now.
Oh my goodness.
Jeremy has found the program. So we're finally going to virtualize our leader to Earth. She's been trapped in the computer for a really long time, so it's very exciting. So Yumi's going to make up the story that our leader is a Japanese pen pal of hers to convince her parents to let her stay because she's an off-campus student. We have to do favors for our mom
Yeah.
first, though.
There's like a lot of things
Fine.
we have to do here.
Oh no, not really. We have to do 2 things. We have to
Ah,
find the
that-
address
that-
book.
I'm limited one thing and then I'm done for the I don't know about you guys. Like if I came home from work. I know it's still noon, but I'm done.
All right.
This is why I don't stream as much anymore. And yeah, you see Aeon walked towards the screen and walked backwards. You think I'll just walk towards the load zone, but walking closer to the screen moves a little faster. So it saves a little bit of time just on movement. So it doesn't look like it makes sense, but that's how it works.
Yeah. It's like moving diagonally. It's also fast as well. Anyway, talking to Jeremy again, we're hacking the computer system now. We actually are literally hacking now.
Yeah.
This is what hacking looks like. Easy.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we had to get a place for her to live. Aeon, that's not the top 2 and the top 1. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. There's now
So-
we have
So
yeah.
Odd has a really crazy plan to get our leader into school. So first, he wants to spray paint the side of the wall. Pretend it's some other kid who actually paid it, and then he wants to convince the principal that our leader's his cousin from Canada, and in order to talk to the principal,
Wait,
because apparently the principal's really busy.
also
So he wants
Go
to
ahead.
spray paint the wall so he gets sent to the principal's office?
yes.
Yes.
Oh
Also,
my god.
this is very important. When Odd gets sent to Delmas's office, watch Jim's walking animation. It is one of my favorite things of any game. It is so good. Also, we should mention, we haven't really mentioned this. There are random NPCs that you can't really talk to. They have a random chance of spawning.
Yes.
Each one have a different amount. It affects the run very slightly, because like we said, also real quick,
More
there you go.
hacking.
Yeah, we want to walk to, as close to the screen as possible, and there's some NPCs that will stand right in the way. There's one right outside the men's dorm. She is the bane of my existence because I always get stuck on her. She's not even against the screen. She's right in front of the stairs. So it affects the run a little bit. So.
Alright, so this mission we mainly control Auric. You can cut through the first wall, but I don't bother with Saber's thing here. Getting Saber's thing, you can get it early, but I opt not to. Because it's really annoying clip. Yeah, Jim's great. Like, he is absolutely great in the show. He came up, there's a meme, he says in season 4, you watch too many Japanese mangoes.
Yeah. I love that photo.
Yeah, if you wonder where that meme is from, it's from that show.
You kids with your Japanese mangoes.
Yeah, something like that.
What?
This show is. Have you ever heard of this show before, by the way?
Yes.
Or you have? Have you ever watched it or?
I saw maybe 1 or 2 episodes because it was like on after school at a time where I wasn't normally able to watch.
Yeah, this show has aged pretty well, I will say. Like the first season is pretty well known for just having a really low budget. Also, Anne's gonna do a very finicky clip here.
Yeah, it's really key.
So
Hopefully
right here,
I get it.
yeah, I'll go and explain it.
Please.
So right here, she's kind of tapping between up and upright to hopefully get pushed through the wall. We mentioned before how the wall just doesn't really work very well. She can also get shot by an enemy. There you go.
I don't think I got shot that time to get through the wall. I think I got in there for my own volition. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Why don't I have any vehicles? Well, they'll be coming soon. They'll be coming soon. Don't worry. Oh, here we go. They come in season 2. So anyway, I need feline shots for the next fight.
Unfortunately, we have to use odd for this section because we have a cat climb wall, and then we can't change characters after each. So
Yeah. So we need to rely on odd here. We don't like relying on odd, but odd has a move that can one-hit kill these crabs. Well, not one-hit kill, but more like one combo these crabs.
and then there's another tank. I don't think you're probably not gonna do the one-hit kill or the bounce shot.
I'm gonna try to, but it's gonna be hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
So the bounce strat is we have to manipulate the cankerlot, or not the cankerlot, the tank between us and a ledge. And if the
You can incorporate to make tank thanks. Oh, that's the wrong move.
if
There we go. Got
if
it.
he charges at us when he's in between us and a ledge, we can walk into him, and he actually gets bounced backwards very far. And usually that can just knock him off, and that means we don't have to kill him. We do something similar in QFI later on. But this is unintended. It's actually intended in QFI.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes my remote.
Oh no.
I don't need it.
You need that later on.
It's whatever. Oh yeah, I think I started mentioning this earlier, but I didn't get to. So we mentioned like certain moves have different, like can do a certain amount to different enemies. It actually is kind of faithful to the show.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
that log is terrible, by the way.
yeah, this log in particular is very finicky because it's at an angle. And like we mentioned, you think, we up and right goes up and right. Well, no, it sometimes goes more right than up. And,
In my PB run, I actually got trapped between the crabs and stuff, and I somehow survived. I don't even know how.
We kind of think she got stuck in the crab's collision and just didn't take damage from the explosion, but
Yeah, that probably happens.
yeah, a lot of it happens in this game that we don't understand. Like Ugg. Oh yeah, we haven't mentioned Ugg yet.
This universal aura glitch.
So it's a bit of a theory glitch right now. There's like one level, the very beginning of the game.
Which I accidentally discovered.
Yeah, Aeon accidentally discovered it, and then we all accidentally just kept doing it. I'm like, okay, now we need to figure out. If you open a menu, if you choose a character, and open them and close the menu within one frame, you actually choose Ulrich instead of the selected character in the first level, which is different from what you're supposed to because you're supposed to be able to just be a certain character for that section. Unfortunately, as far as we know, we can't do it in any other level. If we could do it in every level, this one would probably be records just under 210.
Holy Jesus. Super sprint is clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. My PB is really bad because I lost 10 minutes to the final level because I was tired.
Try. That sucks. Again, this little clip is really finicky as well. It's on another angle. You can skip it entirely, but I'm bad and I don't know how to.
You can also just walk around the log.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's very finicky. But what was I saying?
We were talking about the Ulrich glitch and how.
Oh yeah, UG Universal Ulrich glitch. There is a way you can save time in the first level with it by doing 2 frame perfect menu inputs, a near pixel perfect wall clip, and a pixel perfect near frame perfect wall clip, and that would save 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
I spent an hour trying to get that video. Unfortunately, if we could use it anywhere else in the game, the record right now is. Did you get it?
Oh, I almost got it. I almost did.
Yeah. This is the tank bump.
You can get through that, but it's really tight.
This one would easily go sub 2 if we could place Ulrich for the entire game, and you'll soon see.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the next. Is it the next level where we start doing that?
No, not next level. The next level afterwards.
Okay.
Because you can play as Ulrich.
Yeah.
You don't
Right.
have all.
But yeah, this one would go sub 2 very quickly.
Anyway, so we're showing down the supercomputer. Oh boy, it's the end of the show.
Woo!
Oh no,
2 hours underestimate! Yay! An hour and a half underestimate.
No. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're finally in season 2. And this is I think it's the peak of Code Lyoko, in fact. So our leader is virtualized to Earth. And we're testing our new vehicles in these weird auto-scroller-ish levels. But they give us a lot of Lyoko points, which is really nice. It makes the run so much easier.
Earlier in the
if we
game,
didn't have levels, we would be messed up.
Earlier in the game, I mentioned
To go fast here, because the barriers don't disappear in time, and they linger on a little bit afterwards as well, even though you can't see them.
Yeah.
So nice.
Also, you can hold A or Y, I think, in order to boost, but boosting uses Lyoko points. If you die, you lose a lot of time.
Yeah, you go back to the previous checkpoint.
Yeah, which I mean, and that entire time you can't boost because for everyone except everyone except Yumi, you have the perfect amount of Lyoko points in order to go without dying. With Yumi, you don't.
You
barely
need
don't.
to upgrade. You actually need to upgrade her points.
Yeah.
Wow, I actually got a gold in that split.
Yo, sick. There's also I've noticed it's if you slide between lanes, during certain turns, you can move slightly faster. It looks like you get a speed boost. I don't really know. What was episode 97?
There's 2 Santa Awakens episodes, and then there's the rest of the 95 episodes, I think.
Oh yeah, I should also. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so we're playing as our leader finally. I need to talk to Yumi here in order to get the camera. She's going to be standing guard for us, And then Jim comes along, but luckily Yumi has the perfect excuse to protect us, so we don't get in trouble because we're new.
Dan, I fell for your prank.
Okay, so our leader starts to experience flashbacks and visions. Also, this is the only time in the speedrun where you get to see the iconic manhole. There we go.
I know, right?
See a manhole. I'm so sorry that we don't get to see it more often, but it's the sole way to get to Lyoko. I think it's actually the slowest way to go to Lyoko.
Yeah, it is very much so.
Yeah.
Even if we were to go this from there, we'd still want to go through the Caddock.
Yeah, we won't go through the boiler room.
Also, here we have to wait for Kiwi to walk with his very.
Yeah. otherwise he gets stuck and doesn't move and stuff. So this is the Hermitage. This is a very this is a house full of mystery, and that our leader has a connection to it anyway. So as our leader is getting up, I'm actually moving towards the door in order to save time.
Also love, this happens a lot throughout the run. I keep wanting to say Aeon, I'm sorry. A leader faints and then immediately stands back up. I don't know why. It's good though.
I don't think she does this once, but yeah.
No, well, she does it when you turn the computer off.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I think one more time. I don't think so.
So anyway, we have all here.
Yeah.
And it's terrible fighting against a lot of blocks. Even though we can one-hit kill them, we can also like...
They can one-hit kill us.
Yeah.
I also, before I forget this, I actually didn't know this until I started running this game. But if you watch the show in the US, Cartoon Network, which is the channel it played on, actually cut the last 7 episodes. The last 7 or 5, I don't remember. The last 7 or 5 episodes did not air in the US. So most people don't actually know how it ends. Yeah, they're online now, but most people actually don't know how the show ended.
I mean, like they aired them online
right.
at the time.
Yeah, they put it online on the Cartoon Network website, but they didn't play it on TV for some weird reason. Yeah, most people don't actually know how the show ended. So, at least if you live in the US. France and I want to say everywhere else but US and one other country finished it. Well, the last few.
Yeah, at least 5. I remember there was like...
Yeah, it's 5 or 7.
I'm almost dead, by the way. This is good.
Also, like,
okay,
I think this is like the 5th time I started saying this, but I think I keep getting distracted. So we mentioned before how there's super effective types. It actually bodes very well with the show physics as well. So like Dragon Flip or Flip Saber kills the cubes, because in the show a lot of times when Ulrich kills them, he lands on top of them and stabs them in the he stabs them in the eye. So he's doing it from above anyway. What's it called? Cankerlocks die mostly when they get stabbed in the eye, which is why Sting Saber, which is a move we haven't seen yet, kills them instantly. Blocks always die when getting shot. Oh no.
This Mega Tank is not being nice.
Yeah. Fun fact, you can actually skip this fight, but no.
It's too hard to, because you can like clip through the wall with the Mega Tank pushing you, but it's very finicky.
Yeah.
And it's much faster to just defeat them. Well, it's more consistent actually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And this is
I'm changing characters. No, don't change characters here. So this is a really cool fight here. So what we do here is we use Odd's charge beam here, as well as throw grenades at the same time, because we can actually charge our beam at the same time. It's really funny. So we can just stun them and then just finish them off. There is a combo move that finishes them off, but you don't want to waste points on that. It's basically a waste of points, especially because you deal with it twice.
Also, you can skip that fight, but it's very annoying.
Yes, and it's very risky as well, because you're playing as our leader, and if our leader dies, you have to restart the whole mission.
You're taking damage not only from getting shot, but also from the wall, and then if you fail the skip, you fall, and every time you fall into the void, you take 25 damage.
Yeah.
So, and like we mentioned before, if she dies, we have to start the entire level over, which is great, because that's the worst level in the entire game.
Yeah, we're on chapter 9 now, which I believe is uncharted territory. So
I think so.
this is the episode where we discovered Sector 5, or Carthage, as the proper name is. So we're playing as Jeremy because he eventually figures it out.
Yeah.
Big password and everything. So we're also gonna check out the archives because Eileen's been having nightmares, and we're trying to like make her feel like better around mostly school actually, because she actually gets bullied a lot because she gets these nightmares. It's actually kind of terrible.
It's also mostly Sissy attacks her because she has night terrors and screams a lot.
Yeah, and they live in the same floor as well.
Yeah. Actually, I think that they're next to each other, I think. If not,
Yeah,
one room
like a
separated.
cross. Yeah.
Like I mentioned before, like the map in this game is actually very realistic. Like
Very
the only
accurate.
thing, yeah,
I would say.
the only thing I feel like is wrong is you see we just came from the administration building. To the left of that is where the soda machine is, which they hang out at a lot. And I always thought it was more near the middle.
Okay.
What was that?
I thought I froze there, but I had to wait for Jim to come out. Because I handed him a notepad that says that Miss Weber has a crush on him, which is the receptionist from the principal's office. It's a difference from the show, actually, because Jim has a crush on the nurse, but the nurse isn't in the game, so instead it's the receptionist.
Yeah. One of the sad things is we never actually go to the soda machine that they do in the show.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like that's the most iconic place.
I thought the most iconic place was the manhole.
Yeah, one of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so Jeremy picks up a book that lists Punic history, and it's the key of him discovering the password to Carthage.
Also, I should mention there's a bush right in front of the Heritage. We didn't know until like I want to say like 3 weeks ago that you could actually walk behind it. We used to walk all the way around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us knew because we don't
Right,
actually.
so just to save time, and there's like, yeah. So Yumi here is going to be used throughout this entire Lyoko section. Oh my god! Oh, I want 2 HP.
Power pack or just throw yourself off and refill.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm actually fine. That was just a bit too close to comfort.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite things is sometimes these on that fight specifically, some of the enemies can spawn out of bounds on. I don't know why.
Yes.
That's
There's an enemy that always falls through the ground. It's hilarious.
It's more often than not it does, which I mean, like, I'm not gonna complain, but it's just like, okay. So this map, you can go 2 different ways. Also, we fought Hornets earlier, and we're doing it again here. The actual spinning movement is the only thing that actually needs to land in order. So you'll see sometimes if Aeon's standing a little bit away, she'll start the combo, and then like she'll start spinning towards them. As long as the last one hits.
But you need all the hits on them though, because they're more powerful Hornets.
Yeah. The cubes, you have to hit all 3 except until like we upgrade Ulrich's H attack. Most moves, you only have to hit the actual combo move.
Yeah. The finishing move, yeah. Ooh, almost fall off the edge. That's the risk of using that move. You just almost fall off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Sammy telling me he had trouble like staying on the platform because he just constantly fell off the edge.
And similar with Odd, there is a power, there is a attack
I'm
we can
going
buy with Yumi. Very good. You can actually go both ways. It just depends on the global cycle. These platforms move on a global cycle. I mean, like when you first get here. Yeah, was it different?
Yeah, I messed up. Don't worry. Like I just forgot where to go for a moment.
So yeah, any platforms. I'm pretty sure most of the platforms in this game move on global. At least when you're in Lyoko. Yeah. When you enter a level, that's when stuff starts moving.
Mm-hmm.
I found that at the pace I do the fights, usually I go up instead of right, like Aeon did at the start of this section. But like most things, it's up to discretion. Can you do the thing where you fall off the platform once?
I'll try.
Okay.
I'll try during Missing Link, because that's probably the best time to do it.
Yeah, it's the easiest.
Yeah. So, rule of Sector 5, we're finally in Carthage. Jeremy figures out the password, which is Scipio, which is the, I think the group that defeats the Carthaginians or something like that. It's actually in history, so I need to
Yeah.
like. It's really funny when I saw the episode as well because he kept referencing stuff related to Carthage, like some Bammo. I'm like, oh my god, that's a crazy reference.
This show got very meta in this episode, and I was not prepared. My poor, what was that? Like 9-year-old brain was not mentally prepared for that. Also, Sector 5 is when the fun really starts because everything in Sector 5 is pretty grid based, and now you see the beginning of the game is more about optimizing fights and optimizing movements. The second half of the game is actually more about performing big skips. Yeah, so it's actually once we hit the halfway point, the game actually becomes significantly different.
Once we get to season 2, it gets
Yeah,
different,
season 2.
Because season 2 is like longer as well.
Yeah.
So this is our first skip. Hopefully, I get this in a quick fashion, but it's kind of precise because you have to maneuver yourself pretty close to the edge. Okay, no. Right, add it. Okay. I have to wait till the platform goes back down again. Okay. Got it, nice. So we skip a fight there.
We also skipped freeing Aelita.
No, not that yet.
No. Oh, is it the next one? Okay.
We're not quite there yet.
Yeah, sorry, I spoiled it.
I know. We're gonna upgrade Yumi here quickly because Yumi has a overwing section. That's what it's called. And yeah.
I was like, as you saw, we don't have, like we mentioned before, we don't have a jump button, so we have to very precisely position some combos in order to
aim. And we use these combos because they make the characters jump.
Yeah.
Basically.
Also, there's nice wave dashing.
Yeah, some of the funny effects of super sprinting is that even when you're not pressing the touchscreen in order to use it, is that you just like move.
If the animation of slowing down gets canceled, you can or it can just continue to move in the animation. I think it's like slightly faster in like one particular area, so it's also just fun. Which, I mean, this is a game. Games should have fun.
Mm-hmm. It's also kind of silly sometimes too.
Yeah. Also, so yeah, we should mention we're gonna do another game after this. There's 3 console games for Code Lyoko. There's Code Lyoko DS, which is this one. There's Code Lyoko Quest for Infinity, which is on Wii, and then PSP, PS2, and then there's a game called Fall of Xana. So there's 2 games, 2 console Code Lyoko games, and 1 Abomination. Community.
All right.
I don't think there's a movie. I think you might be thinking of Xana Awakened.
Wow, that was a really big time save there. What happened?
Sick.
Anyway.
You didn't die? You got both
die.
skips first try. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, I'm playing as our leader now. We're gonna try and discover the mysteries of our past. Well, our visions, actually. It is technically her past, though.
Also,
anyway,
quick...
so we go up here. The game actually spoils it, saying it's our leader's room. This is Mr. Puck, I believe. Yes, this is actually Mr. Puck. Yes. This episode's actually really good, the show. I highly recommend watching this episode. Oh, well, I was supposed to talk to Jeremy. Jeremy, please, let me talk to you.
I think there's a third part where she fell over and stood back up again that you were trying to think.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Okay, like I mentioned, Fall of Xana. Fall of Xana is... So these are both platformers. And the Game Factory decided to make... Oh, you know what? Let's make it an RPG. So Fall of Xana is kind of like a much clunkier... Also, these two look very similar. Anyway, Fall of Xana is like a much clunkier Final Fantasy VII. And it's so... You have to do every single fight. There's no, like, random enemy spawns. Like, whenever an enemy gets in your range, he just charges towards you. Like, we've tried to do something with it. We've not found any glitches or anything. Skips.
And you can't really skip random encounters as well, because you just charge. It's so terrible.
I'm contractually obligated to run it because I just run bad games as it is. So eventually I'll have to route it. Also, so we can actually get on SOC, in order to have a series leaderboard, you have to have 3 games, and that's the only other game. So as a community, we want the series leaderboard, so we'll have to add it eventually.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm playing Yumi. Yep. So this Yumi section here, you have to get the full 150 Lyoko points in order to go fast. If you don't have them, you're going to go slow at some point because you don't have enough. Also, they expect you to use telekinesis really early in order to get that log up.
Yeah.
If you don't get rid of the obstacles in your way, you just automatically crash and go back to the previous checkpoint, which is really bad.
By the way, how's this comparing to your run, if you don't mind me asking? I think are you keeping life split up?
Yeah, I am. I'm ahead, actually.
Oh,
Unbelievably.
boy. the game's been cooperating, I will say. Most of the skips are going. But this is... So,
Pretty
I think
well, yeah.
halfway through Chapter 10 and then 11 and beyond, this is when the skips start getting a little more complicated. Because this is when we start getting Saber Sting, and this is when we start doing Scythozoa skips. Scythozoa is going to be a very fun thing. I'm not going to say anything else, though. If you don't know, so Season 2, right now they're trying to... Yeah. In Season 1, they're trying to figure out how to free Aelita from Lyoko. In Season 2, they freed Aelita from Lyoko, but they need to now find a, what's it called?
An antivirus.
Yeah, antivirus. Because Xana implanted a virus in her, so if they turn... In case you didn't read the text boxes earlier, if they turn the supercomputer off, they also turn Aelita off.
Yeah. So Aelita dies as the computer turns off.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want that because she's our friend.
Yeah, we tried so hard. Also, yeah, friend. Friendship. Also, there are fork in the roads every so often. We go to the faster one.
Yeah.
We go to the faster one. I'm glad I can help clarify that. It's very important content.
I'm assuming the other route just has more
Mm-hmm.
pickups, but slower? Because
No,
It's
not
slow
necessarily.
because- it is slow because it's got more barriers that you have to like slow down in order to go fast because they don't disappear in time.
Okay.
And also doesn't necessarily have more items. It's just don't be a fool and choose the wrong path. And there's also sometimes, if you look at the minimap very closely, you can see that it's very hard to see because the DS is...
I also skipped the section, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was another small skip.
Yeah.
If you look at the map very closely...
You skipped like a little maze there as well.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention it. So I mentioned that we skipped Aelita, but I wasn't. The next one we did was we skipped Aelita, but we went to the next checkpoint, and we didn't need to see the cutscene that we freed Aelita as long as we went to the next character change. The character change. No.
You're going too far ahead. You're going too far ahead.
No, the last one.
No.
The first the first Sector 5, right?
No. You're going too far ahead. I did not free Aelita at all. Aelita was already free.
No, the first Sector 5 we can't start as Aelita, but then we can later on. When you do the super sprint in front of the moving blocks. Right before wave dashing?
We don't free Aelita in that one. No.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I'm dumb. Never mind.
No, we don't. That's why I think you're talking way too far ahead.
Okay.
No,
Spoilers! Spoilers!
You need to run the game more often so you know like what's coming up.
I swear we do. I don't know.
That's a big fall.
It's you.
Yeah.
That's
Also, you might have noticed Aeon kind of hugged the wall, so she didn't want to hit the checkpoint because if she accidentally falls and dies, she would respawn at the other checkpoint. We're gonna do that one other time. This was a save proof. The next time we do it is actually gonna hopefully save time. It's a little more finicky though. Shh. Also, you can't make that cycle. You can't walk fast enough to make that cycle, and it's sad.
It's very dumb. It's really dumb.
Oh yeah, and also the first time we go to Sector 5, we don't have any fire. So this is the first time you're seeing the creepers, and I lovingly call them Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
They are named They're mites, but I refuse to call them that.
Yeah, they're just eyes, really. On it's weird.
They're
if
also
you-
not in the real show. They're not in the show.
What if you called it a Mite Wazowski?
Oh my god. Okay. Samu, I think you're asleep, but Samu, you know what's gonna happen. That's the only thing we can refer to as. Yes. Thank you.
I have apparently given you a gift.
You could say that, yeah. So there is.
I sign up 12 fans. Blast back here because I can reach those guys without having to like run across.
Also, there is a fight skip you could do here, but it's a little finicky. So we didn't do the first one, but this next one's gonna be fair.
Yeah, I skipped Soa. This is where you skip the skip Soa. So yeah, we just left our leader for dead.
Yeah.
No,
Aliena's gone. We. Bye. So with Yumi's dives, if she clips a ledge, she gets pushed up onto the ledge.
Yeah.
Was that
So,
what just
That's what
happened?
makes it possible.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it looked like we didn't actually make the jump, but the way Yumi's rolling collision worked is it pushed us back up onto the ledge. Which is gonna work slightly different from when we do it with Ulrich, but we can get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Ulrich and Yumi can both be used for skips, but they are
Um,
more specific. Yes, this is on DS. This
Yeah.
game and Fall Zen are only on DS. The QFI is on a few games, a few consoles.
the big consoles, yeah.
So this is when
So-
we get Saber Sting.
Yeah. Well, it's when I get it. You can get it earlier, but I'd rather save the points just in case.
So Saber Sting is weird. It has a weird characteristic where Ulrich moves.
It launched you forward.
Yeah, he gets a lot of momentum at the very beginning of it. And we mentioned before earlier in the run where if the game doesn't really know how to handle collision, it just kind of gives up and pushes you through. We're gonna hopefully be doing that a lot, including like the second to next skip, second to next fight. Although this next fight skip is by far
It's
the
hilarious.
hardest one. It's the hardest one in the game.
No, it isn't.
Please-
It's hilarious.
Please give Aeon oh my dogs. Please give Aeon oh my dogs in the chat. She needs the power
No,
for
no,
this
no,
skip.
no. This one's easy.
This one's gonna be very difficult.
It's easy. It's not that hard.
It's frame perfect. Frame perfect. Oh my god. He just walked around the wall. I bamboozled. Yeah. Sometimes they just don't program the wall. Really.
So it
Thank
just
you.
didn't have a collision?
Yeah, no, like we mentioned earlier, how the wall can sometimes extend infinitely. In that instance, the collision actually doesn't match the hitbox. So there's Yumi.
I'm trying to get through this. This should not be hard. I only got 10 HP left too. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep.
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna try again. But that's gonna be it.
You can kind of see she's getting pushed. She's getting a lot of
Back.
momentum. It's a very precise angle.
Not this particular one, the other one is.
Well, more precise than you'd want. Unfortunately, we can't just walk around this wall.
There's no way we can. Oh, there we go. Got through.
Hey.
So yeah, or we can just like go through the wall. We just also like left Yumi behind. I mean, it's not like a big deal. To
Yeah,
me, right?
I mean, like I accidentally spoiled earlier. Each checkpoint you have certain characters you can choose from. So, even though we don't have Yumi, we can still choose her.
Yeah. We didn't rescue her, but she's fine. She's totally fine. It's not like she's getting her brain sucked out by Zoa or human DNA. Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. There's another fight skip here. I don't know if Aeon's gonna go for it.
I'm not.
No,
It's,
okay.
It's dumb.
It's dumb. I have a setup for it, but it's so I've been spending a lot of time kind of finding setup game. Most of them either have a specific, like a very easy spot you can stand in, like a corner, or like if you die and respawn, it's just a pretty easy one. This one's a little more finicky because there isn't a easy like spot to stand in to get the setup quickly. You have to stand about a body length away from the corner in order to attack forward, attack holding up left, and then attack holding left, and you clip through a wall. Or you can just do the fight.
I could not pick up my stylus.
Oh, oops.
Stylus is really hard to pick up.
How do I hand?
Anyway, so Yumi did not come back from Lyoko.
My
I
God.
wonder why. It's not like I didn't mention it earlier. But yeah, so we find that Yumi didn't come back, and her human DNA has been stolen from the skip as well. And unfortunately, she has a class photo she has to like go and get. So
They also
we had to resort to drastic measures to get this class photo done. And that's
Hey-
by talking to Cissy and getting her to do us a favor.
You guys like blackmail? Remember that teddy bear we stole like 2 hours ago?
Oh
Or like
no!
an hour ago, rather?
Yeah,
Oh
we
no!
get back to her. And in
Yeah, we're
stream,
gonna-
we had to like sneak into Yumi's house and get her address.
I love how like she's not like there's no bin.
Lord.
What?
Oh, that was very weird hitbox there.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask me why I could not go up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a dress. Now we're getting out of there because we really don't want her parents spotting a guy just getting
Also, we
her
can,
dress out of her.
we can also. I'm sad you didn't do this, Aeon. You can also steal Yumi's teddy bear there. Her little dragon.
Yes.
You can also steal that, but there's no point in it. I always do it during
Yeah.
runs though, just for the fun of it.
I don't. Oh, come on, let me through. Thank you. That NPC can sometimes, but
Yeah.
sometimes he doesn't.
Like I mentioned earlier, some NPCs have a random. Each NPC has a random chance of spawning, and they each have their own percentage. Those right there are pretty. I think they're a little less than half. That one right there, the girl with the blonde hair, she's the bane of my existence, and she's, as far as I know, she's about 75%. So.
Yeah, so this Lyoko sector is actually really tough.
Yeah.
To get all the skips in. Hopefully I get some stuff in it, but it's really hard. Like I might not even go for like the first one because it's so silly.
Watch. Okay, this is another very hard. It's. Oh wait, no, the wall's not there anymore.
Yeah, the wall's not there, no.
Perfect fight skip. It's like there wasn't even a fight.
Yeah.
Such a god gamer.
All right. I'm not gonna do it. It's so finicky.
So
This
you think?
particular skip.
You think? Oh, this is the same area and the wall's in the same position. It should be free, right?
It isn't.
But the wall.
Wait, he just ran away. What the? I'm out here.
Bye.
Oh.
I just don't want to have to deal with any of this. Goodbye.
Wow, that's actually never happened with that crankulet. Just running away like that. That is so funny.
So you.
I'm gonna attempt this next skip though once. I almost fell off the platform, which would be embarrassing.
This one's. So like you think that these skips look very similar to the ones we did earlier, but both walls, that one and the next one, are in different positions. This next one makes it a lot easier. That one, what she just did, makes it pixel perfect.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
So, and that one we cannot find a setup for. I've tried my hardest. We do the same thing. It's just since the walls are at a slightly different angle, they're more obtuse. It makes it a lot harder to get the perfect angle.
I mainly do that clip because I'm on low HP already, so it's just like, might as well try. It won't cost me too much time.
So you can do this. You can do the skip on the top or the bottom, or the left or the right of the wall.
It's great. You can just choose whatever side you want.
It's up to runner preference.
Yeah. But these tranches are pretty easy to beat with Auric.
It's not the biggest time loss. I say this is the biggest. This is the most you can lose on a very inconsistent fight skip. I think you lose about 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yumi.
Also,
Yeah, we
this
didn't
is
rescue her in the previous mission, but she's here.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, this is slightly different. This is actually we meet Yumi. I'm pretty sure. So she's actually we didn't just not rescue her
for this
here.
one, but we didn't rescue her in the first place.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, no. She's just been dead. So this is a lot similar to chapter 4. So we're supposed to go to the left and the right, but very conveniently, the left button is right here, and we can actually skip the first wall by doing a very precise dive.
It's not that nice.
It's not that precise. It's just the wall can be deceiving.
Dang. I was trying to get off the edge, but no. No. They're getting off the edge. It's kind of sad.
You can fall off the ledge there, and like if you didn't actually have to do a setup, it's actually slightly faster to do that because the eye doesn't have to move anywhere. It's great. There's only 2 Code Lyoko games. There's not a third one at all that I ignore. Yes, there's only 2 games.
Cold totally doesn't exist.
Although I will say there's a lot of fan-made Code Lyoko games that are really, really fun. There's one, I can't remember the name of it. It's you essentially play as Jeremy. Like it's literally the RPG kind of thing Jeremy does. And it's really fun.
ISC.
Shh, no, there's only 2.
No, I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking to someone in the chat, sorry. I'm talking to someone in the chat.
Yes, someone got it.
Yeah.
Someone got it.
IFSCL. If you search that up, it's a pretty good game. And it's actually actively getting updates, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's been like made it's been made for a long time as well. Like it's been 12 years, I think.
Yeah. Also, you kind of saw Aeon try to get a good angle on. If you're able to hit both creepers with the final move, you can actually kill both at once, but it's a little finicky.
Yeah.
So there's that one, and there's one before that was a lot easier to do, but oh yeah, this is my no, that's not, this one isn't it.
You know,
this is like one of a few skips we do with Odd.
I hope I can pull it off because I haven't been pulling it off from runs recently, so I hope I can do it.
Also, since Aeon has to be in the menu anyway, she's gonna upgrade pretty much anything.
Oh, I need to do it anyway because I was on the cycle.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, fair enough.
Yeah, but too bad we couldn't show it off. I just completely forgot the puzzle, but then I remembered it. It's just like
top left 2 and top up top 1 right.
I figured it out as you said it.
Yeah, there you go. So right here is actually gonna be a very interesting skip. By skip I mean we're gonna shoot a button and die. We're supposed to do a fight here.
Die.
Well, oh yeah, right.
You die.
So the hitbox on the button is actually active. So if we do there you go. If you turn at a very specific time, like if you turn and shoot at a very specific time with the turning animation, you can actually shoot that block. The unfortunate thing is like it's 6 direction, except it's more like 4 directions, and then sometimes you go left up. So it's a little finicky to get that shot. And Ulrich and Yumi and Aelita actually don't have any shots that can shoot that far, so Otta's there, and we're gonna also use him.
Really good.
Yeah, we're gonna use Odd for 2 more button shots like that.
Yes, that's correct. That's 2 more.
Yes, 2 more. And the third one is my.
Hey, hot tip for going up against creepers: do not even run into the middle of them. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, yeah, you can just get stuck. Yeah, I know that one very well.
The creepers.
Oh man.
Was that a reference?
You can also sometimes hit the Mike Wazowskis. And they can run off the ledge and kill themselves or just fall off the edge and. But you have to be in a very specific position, and it's very finicky.
I enjoy that you just called it a Mite Wazowski.
Yes, I appreciate your help with that. These platforms are very annoying. You can also defy gravity. Great.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It's
If you stand both on the ground and on the platform as it moves, you rotate sideways and fall. Now, actually both QFI and this game do this. You don't fall necessarily. Sometimes you don't die by falling into a death plane. Sometimes you die by falling too much. So like if we were to fall horizontally and die horizontally, we would die eventually, even though we don't hit a death plane.
wow. How did I not throw my fan? That's so weird. I actually pressed the button, but I must have eaten my input.
Oh no. Heck.
Sometimes the game does that. Just eat your input, and then you just get really sad. Oh no.
Welcome to the Nintendo DS.
Oh my goodness, I almost got shot.
Oh my god.
Oh, the manta. There's some mantas there, but we just ignore them
Yeah.
for the most part. Mantas are only enemies that appear in Sector 5.
Yeah.
But in QFI they appear because
Yeah, because why not?
yeah. Anyway, what are we overboard? So I do get 2,000. I do get 150 life points here. Lyoko points here, mainly because of safety, and I have a lot of points. It just makes this easy. Also, this like particular overboard section is actually really fun when you can get it in one go. Like it's actually probably the most fun on the scroller because you do not like let go of the boost at all.
If you're
Except for
very
one part.
if you're very astute and look at the map, you branching on the road that actually just leads nowhere. If you're in that lane, so there's 3 lanes. If you're in that lane, you just take the path and die. It's great.
Yeah.
It happens a lot on this one. It happens a lot on this specific hoverboard section as well.
Yeah, there's
Like right there.
There's one overboard. So this particular part here, yeah, okay, you have to like be ready to activate Odd's climb thing in time. Because if you don't, you just crash and you go back to the previous checkpoint, which is really sad.
Also, Aeon,
But
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it's the only part that's really bad.
Jumping's forbidden in this game. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. That was.
So this is a deja vu. This episode is actually a really good episode. I don't think it's talked about a lot, like how good this episode is. Like this wouldn't like keep your radar as one of the better episodes. Oh my god, of the show. But it builds up to a joke towards the end, and how Alicia English voice actor Odd like really pulls it off. So yeah, Ali is getting visions again, and she wants to confront them. And against Jeremy's like I think order, she just goes into the hermitage alone. Oh my god, wrong area. So we're gonna go upstairs. We're going to our living room to get another vision. And then we get to go to next part of the game.
The last several chapters take a lot more time than the others because we have to go from overworld to Lyoko, back to overworld, back to Lyoko, like a few times.
Yeah, but the Earth sections get shorter.
Yeah. We have less we have to do, but we have more, like actual
Stuff on the river.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I got stuck. Good game. But yeah, this episode is really good, but unfortunately it's like really abridged in the game. I think the only episode in the game that's actually pretty accurate is probably Ghost Channel. And also, I forgot to download the my pack, but this is mostly a solo Alita section. It's kind of funny because in the show you do not get the solo part.
Yeah.
She just immediately gets captured by the Scupazawa.
Yeah, that kind of happens a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, not a lot in like she just immediately gets captured by it. Please, okay, good. These platforms are scary. Okay, hopefully I get this precise spot here. Good. I can just fall down.
So that's what I mentioned earlier, where she wanted to avoid hitting that checkpoint just so she can abuse.
Yeah.
You have to be like within the very edge.
And again, I'm playing as our leader, so if I hit 0 life points as her, I have to start the whole mission over again. Oh my god, this game was mean. I thought I was on the right cycle with them. It's just like, no, you are not on the right cycle.
Yeah, that one platform section in particular is just very weird.
So this next section is super scary. Because if I get hit twice, I have to start this mission again. But I do have a life point pack. I'm just for safety. I'm going to use it and then get another life point pack.
Usually, you only die once. But if the game decides to screw you over, then
yeah, because sometimes you get hit multiple times by the lasers, and that's not great.
Are you gonna go for the cycle skip?
No, because it's hard. Like I almost. What the hell? Sorry.
Oh my goodness!
Oh
my God.
Baby Jesus!
I got trolled so hard.
The wall just pushed you right off.
Nope. Yeah. Walls in this game don't work. She was like, not the last time she was getting pushed by the wall, but the other time she was like on the side of the wall, and the wall's like, I'm gonna just take you with me, and just started dragging her with.
Yeah, that's the game's physics.
Yeah. There's also a very precise dive she can do up next. So there's a few cycles she has to wait for.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
There's the last one you can do. The last one you do, if you time a dive very specifically, you can land on that moving platform that you see on the right. But it's very precise. It's
very good.
It saves maybe like 5 seconds. There is a timing, but it's very finicky. Like, it's not a very concise timing.
Yeah. It's not very consistent either.
It's like, you might as well just die and take the death and retry, because you're gonna respawn right in front of it anyway. I love how slow some of these platforms are. They move like...
I know, it's so bad.
And if you walk off a platform, you instantly fall. There's like no like grace period unless you're actually moving doing a combo move. But even then, you're going down quickly.
I could move down because that was a good episode, by the way. That the one where Jeremy is like trapped between Lyoko and Geez, season 2 has so many good episodes. Like, it really did.
Yeah.
And they had to pick 7 for this game. And most of it is just, like, based on the plot, so they could not pick a lot of the cool ones. But we got Missing Link, which was a good episode. With filler. And Deja Vu. But unfortunately, Deja Vu is, like, very rich. Anyway, so I think I'm fighting as Yumi? Yeah, I'm fighting as Yumi.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we cannot leave Aelita behind this time. I know, heartbreaking.
I know.
We can, and if Samu's in chat, I know he's gonna mention that it's a free, but it's very finicky, and we're not even gonna. We could try it once or twice, but like it's not very easy.
It wastes so much time.
Yeah.
If we fail it, it's just not worth it.
So what Aeon's doing right here is she's getting rid of all but if she were to kill all the enemies, they would just respawn. So the
Yeah.
less things shooting at her, the better.
I also just got bodied, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I got so many points, so it's no worry. The only worry is if Arlena were to die, because you have to start the whole mission over again. But because we're not playing as Arlena, it's all cool. Yeah, I go back between defense mode and attack, just so
Just for safety.
I don't get hit by the creepers. Yeah, I should have got life pack earlier, but that was just my fault for not getting it, for menuing it. But that's fine.
Oh yeah, we should probably mention the community. So me and Aeon, so there's 3 active runners for just Code Lyoko in general. There's me, who runs kind of anything and everything. Aeon, which is currently focusing on DS. She also has a lot of other projects that I don't have the sanity to even comprehend all the stuff she does. And then Samu is the current record holder for any percent and been grinding that out for Code Lyoko Quest for Infinity, rather. We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah.
He also has helped with a lot of skips in this game. He's also helped with point route. We all kind of just help each other with this because we all really, like I mentioned before, we all really love the
We're
game,
only
the
3
show.
people. Yeah.
If you ever want to run any Code Lyoko games, we have a Discord for it. Do you want me to get you a link and you can post in the chat, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the link. Also, that Manta was having his summer's life. Spin to win.
Yeah. Spin to win.
Alright. This puzzle is pretty simple. A lot of these are pretty simple once you know them.
You'd think that the fans wouldn't actually kill the Manta, but they have a hitbox lower than you think, so we can actually kill them.
Yeah. And they defeat him 1 hit, which is even nicer. So yeah. So how did I get into the bathroom?
I ask myself that every morning.
Oh jeez. So yeah, so we immediately get a sound attack. There's 5 activated towers. That's kind of big, isn't it?
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was talking to Samu about what's the fastest way to route this overworld section, and he just said, "Go right, lol."
Yeah, you just go right.
I was
You
thinking like,
literally
okay,
just go
maybe we go through the gym, like maybe we slightly faster. To be fair, I got
Alright.
lost during my
Thank goodness I just sort off the game here. Because if I went back up the elevator, I was the game. But anyway, we get a big cutscene. We meet Franz Hopper, who is the creator of the supercomputer and Xena. Terrible idea, by the way, creating Xena.
Well, it was
And-
good intention. He's also the creator of Aelita.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I thought she was human.
And we'll get to that.
I'm so confused.
Don't worry, we'll get to that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put everything into Auric here. Dragon Flip Saber, Life Point. We just get everything for him.
Yeah, this is pretty much whenever we get everything else, at least in her route. We have different routes. It really goes by preference, so. I'm a lot riskier, so I buy a lot more.
You buy a lot of things earlier, yeah.
I just am very risky with my route, so.
Okay, nice, second try.
Aeon's also, yeah.
How did... I've got questions.
Lyoko DS.
I think the barrier despawned before the attack. I think that's what happens. That's why I got frozen. So, yeah. This mission is very funny though, because you can skip like every fight. But we don't skip the last fight because that's really hard to skip. But we skip like almost every fight in this mission. And it's just... And it's only with 1 person. And it's great. So this particular fight here, let's just say they forgot to do something here that's kind of important if you want to keep me in the fight. Also, there's no sound effects and that really scares me. So we just go on this platform and it just despawns fight. Like, how cool is that? We just
Frame perfect skip. Frame perfect. It's odd.
So hard.
This is another very difficult skip. Another oh my dog in the one. It's whoever was doing their design for this level was taking a nap. Perfect. With that, they literally just didn't put the trigger of the fight far enough to the left, so you can hug the wall.
Yeah.
Now there is a fun thing where sometimes this happened to me at least during practice. I don't think it's happened during. If you hug the wall so much, you can actually clip into the corner and get pushed backwards into the fight trigger. It's great.
Because walls
sorry,
push
what?
you back really hard this game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm also using Dragon Flip Saber here because Dragon Flip Saber just is the combo that wipes them out pretty fast. I also didn't die, so yeah.
Heck yeah. So if you ever want to run this game, currently, so as the current state of the game is, we are accepting emulator runs, but they're hidden by default on the leaderboard because unfortunately the ROM for this game is very finicky. It likes to freeze a lot. So we don't want to hold it. We don't want to put people in a disadvantage for running on emulator. So console, if you
console.
Yeah, mostly console is the only one. If you record it like with a webcam, we will accept that. Any video submission of any kind, it's just you can do it on emulator. It's not going to you.
I'm going the wrong way.
View it on SRC.
I need to focus.
Like I'm currently doing it on emulator because I'm broke.
Yeah, 3DS capture cards are really hard to come by.
Even for Fat DS, like Fat DS right now is the easiest for just vanilla DS games. But that's still like a bit of a commitment. So we understand, we try.
And I submitted a webcam run of a 3DS game to a marathon once because somebody at the marathon was gonna be able to let me use their.
So
I mean, didn't
this is the
Cosmic?
other skip that we do. We don't talk to our leader.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bye. We don't like to talk to her. Also,
We don't like to go to the plan here. Now we talk to our leader though.
Yeah.
Just to tell her that hey, we can go to the scanner now. Although it's not the real eye leader. We're trying to this particular Franz Hopper because this Franz Hopper's a fake one actually. Plot twist.
Oh my god! Spoiler alert! Oh my goodness! What? How bad is that?
So yeah, Xana basically uses the Lyoko warriors in order to defeat our leader and actually kill them all at once except Jeremy.
Yeah.
So Xana's a pretty mean villain.
Also, the way Jeremy figures it out is in the Xana destroys Franz Hopper's diaries, which is kind of like his documentation of everything he did in order to build Lyoko. And Jeremy was trying to use it to figure out a way to free Aelita. And Xana possessed someone, I think it was Jim or Sissy, I don't remember in the show. And they destroyed it. And the way Jeremy figured it out is because only Xana would have known that Xana destroyed Franz Hopper's diaries. Because Franz Hopper, if that was real, would never have known that. So, and then he does. Jeremy pulls a swiper, no swiping, and calls Franz Hopper's out, and Franz Hopper just kind of disintegrates. It's, of course. So Aeon tried to do a fight skip there. That's another really annoying one.
Yeah. I tried to, but it's not fun to do.
This one's not.
Also, I'm breaking my roll here, going in the middle of the creepers. Great roll. But I ended up defeating them both, or two of them, so that's actually nice.
Yo, sick. Like, this isn't the worst fight. You can't... I was gonna say, you can't really die in this fight that easily.
Yeah, I mean, I got a health point pack, so I'll be fine.
Yeah. Like, throughout the second half of the run, we pretty much have enough points to have a life point pack. Stand by just in case. Also, this isn't really anything relevant to the stream, but I noticed right before we started, the GDQ channel is actually almost at 300 million views, yeah. Which is interesting. Also, this is my favorite skip in the run. Because this is the only time we actually use odd.
No, not really. We use them for another part later on. Or, well,
Right.
just actually now.
Oh yeah, I think so. So you've seen we used not heroic dive. Wrong game, wrong series, wrong platformer. We used troll fans, blast forward, and sting strike for sting saber in order to do skips. We're going to be using feline shot because feline shot makes odd jump backwards and then
I
forwards
use
again.
the line shot to get down there.
So we use it.
Get without falling down. Sorry, no, without falling down. Without the lag and without the animation there.
So
Anyway, so this one's really annoying. This skip.
But yeah, we use the animation. We carry on the animation of feline shot to jump behind the platform and then jump back forward.
Okay, I got it. Nice.
This one's very deceiving because the invisible.
You can shoot through the wall.
The
And there's
firewall.
invisible bullets.
The firewall spreads farther left than you think, so you actually have to shoot through the collision, like the background.
I'm just saying it's a wall there, so you have to like shoot from a really awkward angle. But there's also invisible like non-wall.
Yeah.
That the game thinks a wall.
Yeah, you think it is. Like I spent so long trying to figure that fight skip. I'm like, we gotta be able to shoot it, and then I just went all the way to the left, turned, shot right, and came back like, wait, why is the button working now?
I really want to change character here. Oh, there we go. Good.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
odds just like hanging on like 20 life points.
Yeah. Also, I should have specified that. Yeah, don't worry. If we were at 300 million active, I probably would pass out from anxiety. Sorry, I should have specified that. I wish.
Yeah.
Man, if only Lyoko was the one game that broke Twitch. That would be the life.
Would be hilarious. Just Zeta just hacks the turn.
I know, right? 7.8 billion viewers. Wow. So Aeon's taking damage here. We don't need Aelia to pass that point, so we just damage boost a couple of those.
Yeah.
You could go through. Sorry.
I went in the middle. Yeah.
You could go through 3 of them, but there's an off chance that the DS decides to just stop working and fall. So.
Yeah, the DS touchscreen. I do not trust it.
And remember, if Aelita dies, it's a game over.
Died. Yeah. Can't let Aelita die. Oh, hit 0 life points.
Yeah. Yeah, we throw her off a cliff a couple times, but as long as she has enough life points.
Alright. Oh my goodness, please. Puzzles are hard sometimes, especially with touchscreen. Alright,
Yeah.
so Jeremy, it shows him pulling the wool under Frank's Hopper's eyes, and then we're in chapter 14. Which
Jeremy
is
goes, swiper, no swiping.
This is probably the coolest episode I saw, when I was watching episodes last night. I actually mainly watched Revelation, The Key, because both Revelation and The Key are in this episode, in this chapter.
This is unique because there's actually 2 different episodes. It's they both kind of go together. So they just clump them together into one.
Yeah. But I know what happens in The Key, so I'd rather watch Revelation again, you know?
This is also the
Revelation's the most entertaining episode.
This is also the longest episode, I think, or longest chapter rather.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This is the longest chapter. Because
It's also
it's basically 2 episodes.
it's also the one
So I
we
guess
both.
it's like this 8 episodes
Yeah.
in season 2. Anyway.
Yeah. It's also the one we've practiced both the most because it has the most fight skips. So, a couple of them are repeating, and a couple of them have setups, but it's still worth practicing. And this is also the last hoverboard section, the run.
The last one is spoiler, yeah. Oh. Or did you? Okay, good. I didn't hear the sound, but yeah, he made it. Did you hear the sound that you hear? But somehow I did not hear it. Or the game did not do it. Oh, I almost went to the slow path, but thank goodness I did not go on the slow path.
Yeah. The slow paths don't lose a lot, but like it's just dumb time loss. Specifically, like when the fast path is just you just hold B and go forward.
Yeah, I'm getting a life point pack just for safety. But
Oh yeah, and this is Evil Auric.
this fight is amazing though. Just listen to his laugh. Just listen to it. It's great.
So Aeon's doing something that we really haven't done at all, which is actually use melee move. So, after when Evil Auric takes enough damage, he goes into the next cycle. We found that instead of actually using combo moves, if you do a bit of a stagger attack, you can chain melee attacks. If you press X and then A over and over again, like back and forth, you can cancel the X attack and then make it attack again a little quicker. And that lets you, if you're very precise, to do a 6 cycle. It looks like Aeon's only gonna be able to, actually she might be able to get a 6 cycle. Ah!
That was close.
That was so close. It's very finicky. She was 2 hits off.
Get in there. Thank you. That was hard.
DS is smart.
Anyway, so we find out that Franz Hopper, he made the supercomputer, and he also returned to the past, like, for 2,546 days in a row. So he basically repeated the same day 7 years in a row, which is insane, first of all. And, yeah,
It's like
and
he's
yeah,
a
we
mad
found out our
scientist.
leader. Yeah, we found out our leader is his daughter. So that's why our leader is actually human.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm using the wrong move here.
And Franz Hopper, oh no, Franz Hopper made Lyoko to escape pretty much the FBI, quote unquote.
Yeah, the French version of the
He was-
FBI, I think.
French FBI. This is the one level with the most skips. So it's gonna. I'll try to specify a couple of them. Most of them are pretty easy to understand though. Like, there's a wall. Let's not go to that.
Oh,
Oopsies.
but yeah, so Franz Hopper, he was a how to describe him? He was like working for the government and making a multi-agent program, which turned out to be Xena. Oh, I just missed it.
Oh no.
But yeah, he made he made Xena, but he discovered that he figured Xena was really powerful, so he wanted that power for himself. I guess but then it's been a while since I actually like watched the show before, but
Pretty much, Xana became sentient, and
then Xena became sentient, yeah.
and every time
And that-
Franz Hopper returned to the
means-
past. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and every time he did a return to the past, it actually made Xena more powerful. He had no idea. So yeah.
So there you actually see the difference between Yumi and Ulrich doing skips. I mentioned earlier that if Yumi clips the ledge, if she like lands right below the ledge, she'll get pushed up. Ulrich doesn't do that, so you have to be very precise with Ulrich skips.
Yeah.
At least a little more precise. This is another instance where like, just go forward and win. Amazing gameplay.
I'm gonna actually heal our leader later because there's a really scary section coming up at the end that you have to use our leader in. Okay, got it. Yeah, I find the skips easier to pull off with Yumi, but I try to optimize stuff. So
With
this one in particular is kind of annoying.
yeah, this one up here, there's a setup, but it's lag determined.
Yes, because you get enemies spawn in and they're just really annoying. So sometimes when you spawn in too, I didn't mention this earlier, but when you spawn in, the game doesn't quite let you go up directly. Instead, it makes you move down, even though you're pressing up.
Or sometimes to your death. It's great.
Yeah, it's.
You'll see that one later.
Pretty annoying.
Or no, we actually passed it over.
Hopefully. No, you'll see it later.
And then also right there, we mentioned how the firewall can extend farther out but be invisible. That one, the firewall actually just wasn't the entire hitbox. Like it was deceptively smaller.
Oh my goodness, I missed it. Oh my god, I'm getting hit by all the mines. Just all the mines.
Oh no.
The Max drop.
Hey Aeon,
There we go.
mind the mines.
Thanks.
Of course. Anytime, friend.
No, we don't want this. No. This. There we go.
That one's very weird, casually.
Yeah.
Because
It's like the last puzzle.
I think there's one more.
I'm actually going to quickly grab a life point pack here, just in case. Just ignore these enemies. So they may more powerful enemies like Mooks, like just attack you without being locked into battle.
Bye!
Ah! Lasers hit for 25 life points.
Yeah.
Which I think I barely got hit by them, so that's nice. I think I switched to Auric here. Hopefully I this skip. Because this is like one of the last skips.
This actually... Well, yeah, this is the last fight skip. Oh.
Yeah.
Another difference between Auric and Yumi is when you use the combo moves, you actually move forward. Yumi has blast forward, which you can do in place, but it doesn't go as far as the other two.
I used the wrong move.
Oh no. So this is a setup we had to come up with.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hi, Jeremy. Bye, Jeremy.
No, that's not it. No.
So that
Okay,
split
just
skip,
make sure.
that skip in particular is very annoying because the camera moves. But thankfully, we were able to find a setup where if the camera changes while you're holding an input, it doesn't change your input. So
Okay,
she's
we
holding up the entire time, but it's letting her continue forward.
I'm so glad I used that life point pack because I may have died if I didn't use it, and as our leader. And dying as a leader would be very disastrous.
Yeah, just go overestimate. It's fine.
Anyway, so our leader actually dies temporarily because she loses. The skip zone actually finally gets her, but Franz Hopper revives her father. So
Franz Hopper actually sacrifices himself. Or is it later on the series?
No, that's at the very end.
Oops, we'll get to that later in my game.
Spoilers.
Oopsies. Heck.
Oh my god, you
Anyway.
spoiled a 15-year-old game. I'm so upset.
Cartoon, rather. But yeah. Oof. I'm sorry, I've ruined it all.
Anyway, so this is the season 3 episode that we get, and Oz found that he's been separated from his friends because they're in the new year now, and classes have changed.
Yeah, it's
All
in the
that
school
stuff.
year.
Yep.
Also, friendly reminder, current world record is 2:09:22. And if I'm not mistaken, this is pretty decent pace, Aeon.
It is, but it really depends on the final mission.
Yeah.
How that goes.
There have been a couple. You can have a couple dumb deaths. There is actually a final boss. Depending on if she gets a 2-cycle or a 3-cycle on a couple.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. Oh, here's the funny thing. So we finally returned the notebook that we stole earlier on in chapter 3, I think. And it's like chapter 15 and a new school year. So, yeah, we finally returned it to the receptionist in order to
this book that you... I love the concept of Odd saying, "Oh yeah, this book you lost a year outside. I don't know why. It was just sitting there."
Yeah, it's actually. Here's the funny thing. In the show, it gives like a even more poor excuse for like Odd to even get into the principal's office. Like the show actually has like a poorer excuse. Oh, like,
I think it's like my friend Sissy is super concerned or something like that.
Yeah, something about Sissy is super concerned, and obviously it's a lie. Anyway, here's a nice photo of Jim. I wanted to show that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Jim's past life, before he became a gym teacher, he was Paco, the king of disco.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, he'd rather not talk about it.
Odd's gonna be really mean to him because he's trying to... Because he found out that Jim was the cause for him being separated from his friends in class, so he's trying to use that to blackmail him. So Odd's just really mean this episode. But then he goes like, blackmail isn't really cool.
Also, shoutouts to Odd going through the female gym, or the female locker room, because it's faster.
Oh, yes. Yes, the ladies' locker room.
Also, this is great, because we actually leave here, and we go back to where our room is.
Yeah, and then immediately we get caught by Jeremy.
Yeah, so we have to come back here anyway.
Oh no! We gotta go back.
And like, if we go to the factory, that's not how that works.
Yeah. Go to the factory for the final time, at least for this game.
Don't worry, we're gonna do it at least, I think it's like 19, 20 more times. Something like that.
Yeah. It's so sad we didn't get to see the manhole once and we don't even use it.
Yeah.
I could just go straight to the scanners, yeah. Here we go. Alright, so this is the final mission of the game. So, time is when I enter the light, basically. I need to check if I got the light point pack. I don't. When I enter the light, when I play as a leader.
So this level, we have 4 different levels. We have 4 different sections. And we're supposed to do each section with a certain character. Well, that's spoilers. We're supposed to do each section with a certain character. And the first one is actually going to be Yumi, but we're going to actually do it as Ulrich. Mainly because it's slightly faster and a whole lot more consistent. And this is going to be the last block clip of the run.
Yeah, Yumi is really terrible against this boss.
And Ulrich has a very consistent setup as well, so.
Yeah.
Also, this creature is
the Scorpion.
Yeah, it's also it's this game exclusive. It's not in the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was the wrong move. I used the same thing.
So with this, we want to do a certain amount of damage at a certain, like, if you do a certain amount of damage, then he gets his piece of armor falls off. Now, Aeon could go for the 2-cycle, which depends on doing the Dragon Flip Saber, but it's a lot more precise. Like, it's a very, very tight time. You have to get the inputs very consistently.
I don't think it's being done on console.
Yeah. I think I've done it in practice once, but, like, it's very annoying. It's also it's just hard to do. Once you do a certain amount of damage, he runs away.
Yeah.
You also notice that he actually started with only half health. The premise of this level. Yeah. The premise of the level is supposed to be, you start as Yumi and he's at full health, and then when he gets down to 2/3, he runs away. Or no, when he gets down to 3/4, and then you go to Odd, and then you do Ulrich. But the fight is scripted a bit, so he starts the same way, and since it's scripted, it actually starts as if we're in Ulrich section. So So it's gonna act the same way whenever we fight it.
Yeah,
Odd, there's one small tech we can do with Odd here.
that was weird. Did you just see that?
There's no, you're good.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of delay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just sick glitch cancel.
There's such a weird sound effect in the background. Is that the music?
It should be, yeah. It's different from the rest of the game, so yeah. Anyway, so Odd's section of this boss is really easy. Like, he has a really easy time against this boss. Also, I'm bad at aiming. Nice. How did I not get them?
He can't reflect the three-way shots. So if you're very precise, I think Aeon accidentally hit the checkpoint trigger. If you do a three-way shot right before you hit the checkpoint, like if you stand right before it, do a three-way shot, and you doing the last input pushes you into the cutscene trigger, then you can send 3 shots going towards him, and if you do that, you can just barely 2-cycle him. But it's very inconsistent. It's very annoying. I didn't explain that very well, and I apologize.
I got the
If you go
general
boom
idea.
boom, if you go boom boom before he goes die fast. This is why I'm very. Yes. This is what happens. This is what happens when you work 40 hours in 4 days at work.
This particular Super Sprint section is really clutch.
Yeah.
I can't make it cycle.
Yeah, it's. I mentioned earlier that my PB dies. I lose 10 minutes here, or something like that, because I just die constantly. Because it was also like 7 a.m. I lost a bet to Samu, and I had to do a run at 7 a.m.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was fun.
I could have gone there, but no, I'm waiting for that.
I work in a grocery store. I feel like it's no other
Alright,
time
so
is
this is
decent
the
enough.
final part of the fight. Hopefully I get this. No.
Also, the way to get him vulnerable is to attack him while he's turning. It's not very it's not very obvious.
Yeah,
when you play
yeah, you have to get him while he's turning, or like, or get him when he's like idle. It's.
Yeah.
I don't like this fight very much because it's just like no. Okay, he's going away. Alright, so time is almost here. I'm selecting our leader now. And we're going to float to the end and into the light. So. And. Time.
What was your time? Oh my goodness.
2:50. Yes.
Oh my god! God Gamer! Live world record. Sick. Congrats, Aeon.
Congratulations.
5 seconds. Yeah, that final fight did not go well.
World record!
Spoilers. But
Well,
yeah,
now
so
you
there's
know
one
that you can
part
do
I
even
want to-
better.
I know, right?
Yeah. So there's one part I want to kind of voice act, but not really, because I'm bad at voice acting. Anyway, so, well done. You say Lyoko, but Xana is far from defeated. There will be more battles to come, so look out for new episodes of Code Lyoko with even more secrets coming soon. Congratulations! You've completed the Code Lyoko video game.
Congrats!
Well
Have we
done.
broken the fourth wall enough yet?
You're almost as sneaky as me, but much more modest.
Yeah, I know
you now have access to my hacking program. Why don't you try it out and see what you can unlock? You might even find some interesting secrets. Don't forget to visit us at codelyoko.com. By the way, do not visit that site. It's probably dead. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
See you soon.
See you in 6 months.
Well, hold on. So, Yumi, when you said friends and that's it, I don't suppose. Let's just wait and see what happens, okay? We did it.
We just watched 3 seasons of an episode of a cartoon in 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 15 seconds. World record speed.
World record binge watching a cartoon.
Oh, heck yeah.
But yeah, it's not over because we have Gary going to be running Quest for Infinity after
Oh,
me.
heck, that's me.
So, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're going to get set up.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We do have another game coming up, like Aeon just said. So we're going to take a quick little break. But before we do, we appreciate everybody who's tuned in, and just want to say thank you and remind you that GDQ Hotfix is supported in part thanks to your subscriptions and bits. So we'd appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. But we'll be back in just a few minutes with Quest for Infinity. So stick around. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Community Spotlight. We are looking at something. Well, that's a thing. Okay, well, we'll get back to that in just a moment. We're returning from our break. We just had Code Lyoko DS, and now we've got Code Lyoko Quest for Infinity going to be run by Gary J. Games. What's going on?
Magic.
Poor Yumi.
Yeah, she's kind of stuck falling infinitely.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's the Wii version.
So, what are the big differences between this version and the one that we just saw?
Well, this game has a jump button.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big one. So, this game is a lot more free with its movement. We have a jump button, although we do have a couple big movement glitches that you're going to be seeing pretty quickly in. There's going to be a double jump glitch. There's going to be a hover glitch. We're going to be seeing a lot of very interesting movement coming up soon. This game is a lot more technical in the sense that there's a lot more, like, tech. I know how, but, it really speaks for itself. Every single level has a big skip, has a big movement trick. There's a lot of things I want to explain, but I feel like just the best way to get to it is just say, hold on to your pants. What you saw is going to be about what we see for the rest.
Oh, I'm ready.
I will say, I'm going to be turning saves on for this run. Saving loses 3 minutes because it's on the Wii and it's a little laggy. So we're going to be losing about 3 minutes. But in case the game crashes. Yeah, it's for complete safety.
Yeah, it's very prone to crashing, this game, so...
So, Katak looks a little bit different, but it's a lot more of one screen, but yeah. We're gonna go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go! I hit the door. Let's go.
Nice.
All right. So this is Code Lyoko Quest for Infinity. This is the second of 3 console Code Lyoko games. This game is on the Wii, and it's also on the PS2 and PSP. However, this is by far the most broken version and the fastest.
It's also the first version of the game that came out.
Oh, I'm also going to change language to French. The spoken dialogue is what progresses the cutscenes, and French is a little faster spoken, so we're going to use that for all but one section. We're going to change it for a reason later on. But as you see, that's a cutscene I didn't want to see. As you can see, there's the tower we need to go to. We're going to be doing a pretty constant glitch throughout the run. We're going to be doing a double jump glitch. If you shoot... Why did I hit that cutscene? Okay, this is great. Sorry.
I think you need to go further enough. Yeah, I think you need to go further enough.
I messed up my positioning with the first cutscene skip. So, if Odd and Yumi can both use... We'll get to her in a bit. Why? Okay. This is going to be a good one.
I'm assuming these were all cutscenes you don't want to be seeing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. You can skip like almost every cutscene in the game.
Yeah. So. Oh, we need to enter the tower. There we go. We entered the tower. So, in this game, if Otter Yumi uses the projectile there for about 2 frames, but if we input a jump right after that, we have a 2-frame input to input a jump, and it acts as if we're on the ground, so we're able to do another jump. So, the longer we hold the A button, the higher we jump, and break most of the platform in this game. So right now, like Aeon mentioned earlier, this is a lot like you can be able to play as all 4 characters. Sometimes only 2, sometimes only 1, sometimes only 4. Right now we're able to play as all 4, which is going to be great.
Yeah, it's a little like Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
And you can switch characters very freely, and the switching is very fast.
And unlike the last game, we can actually change whenever we want.
Yes.
Not just at the checkpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Ah, that's great. So another thing that happens sometimes is areas don't. So the ledges don't work.
Oh yeah, that's a ooh.
Yeah.
That's really bad to miss that jump.
I mean, it's just annoying.
Yeah, but still, essentially all the way back. Because even though we do all these like double jumps to skip all these cutscenes, you also tend to like skip checkpoints.
Yeah. If you ever see me doing a very weird, like movement, I'm probably skipping a cutscene.
Yeah.
So here's the first 2 enemies of the game. The first fight. I did it. What?
Good job.
Oh, that looks incredible.
The breakdancing? Yeah, you move slightly faster when you break.
No. That Yumi movement, that was incredible.
Yeah, that's breakdancing. So as you see, we're supposed to be doing puzzles and stuff, but I really don't want to do that. So I kind of just right there specifically, I jam myself in. And you like that? There's gonna be plenty more of that. So I mentioned earlier, Odd and Yumi can both double jump. However, Aelita and Oric are a lot less gifted in the glitches, so we're gonna be using them. There are a few levels where we have to use them instead of on Yumi, but they have their own unique glitches they can do. We can get to that a lot later on. But right now, I need to explain kind of the crux of this entire game. So, the first game, DS, is based off of Season 1, 2, and very barely off of... this game is based off of Season 4, although it is not officially canon. This game actually came out before Season 4 came out. So that it had the plot process... The idea of Season 4, but they couldn't spoil it, so this game is kind of its own thing. We'll see a lot of things later on like that.
I think they pretty much skipped ahead for the first 5 episodes of Season 4. Because that's when they get the skid.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, also, like, there's also Volcano Replica, which isn't in the main show, but yeah. So this in Season 4, there's a thing called Digital Sea, which is they're in submarines, they're going through memory, like a digital sea, essentially, of like memory and stuff. If they actually touch it, they die. But this is how they get to replicas, which is another section of the world. Of the Lyoko. In DS, there are no replicas because they didn't find it.
Actually, it's like a completely different supercomputer.
Kind of, yeah.
Like, Xana's like around the world now because Xana has escaped the supercomputer and is also throughout the internet. So, yeah, they kind of did a bad job keeping Xana contained.
So, yeah, they got rid of the virus, but they also freed Xana.
Yeah.
So we need to get through... Sorry, we need to get through the Digital Sea, and instead of making like a cutscene or like something fun, they made it a little auto-scroller shooter. It takes up a lot more than we would rather. It's pretty slow. You can only just optimize it barely. So we have things we can talk about during them. It's gonna take, there's like, I want to say 13, 14, 15, something around there. So we have stuff we can talk about later on, but besides that,
Reminds me of the Kingdom Hearts gummy missions. I wonder if that's where they got the idea.
Kind of, probably.
Also, yeah, we're just floating.
What do you mean? This is normal. This is gameplay.
Yeah, this is like Odd's new power.
Odd is stretching. You know, it's very important to stretch before physical activity.
Yes. So balance beam is an ability you're supposed to get later on. It's great. I'm gonna blow your mind. It lets us use balance beams. But so the balance beams have their own little their own gravity mechanic. If we just jump over the trigger for it and then just walk into an B, we just float. That's I wish I could say it's a lot more complicated than that, but there's one thing that we're gonna get to later on. I'm gonna try to demonstrate later on. But besides that, yeah, if we can, if it's faster, we're gonna float. That was a very interesting development, which we can. Actually, do you want to go talk about that real quick, Aaron, while I do that?
What development? Sorry.
The balance beam hover.
Yeah, so we discovered it. Me and Samu, we were just mucking around, and I think Samu ultimately discovered it. And yeah, it was just like it just opened up the game for us. It allowed us to go to different level exits than you would normally go to.
Yeah, this game is very nice, where every level has the exit for every level is there. So if you go to
it's already loaded.
Yeah. So the level we just came from, we can go to that exit the next time we come in. If it's faster, I'm gonna try to do that. It's faster to go to that exit than we're supposed to later on, but I'm gonna try it. It's a very annoying glitch I have to try to do. If I fail it, then oh well. The other path doesn't take too much longer. So yeah. Yeah, the thing with the thing will be shown later with the other thing.
There's also things in this game.
Yeah, there's the thing. This thing is fun. So this is another minor skip we're gonna do. We're supposed to walk around. We're supposed to do some fights and stuff, but this is a deceivingly precise jump I'm gonna do. I'm gonna miss it. No, I got it. Okay.
Nice. That jump is really difficult.
That is very deceiving. And right here, we're picking up the first of several abilities we're going to be getting. In this game, all our abilities are wiped, so we can't climb walls, we can't pick up items with telekinesis and stuff like that. So we have to pick them up through the game. This is going to be nice. That's another weird cutscene skip.
You also don't need them all, by the way.
Yeah, you don't need them all, but like that one's a lot more convenient to get.
Yeah.
That one is technically faster to skip, but it is very annoying. It requires a lot of precise.
Yeah,
tricks.
you only want to like skip. I don't even think World Record actually skips it.
Yeah, record doesn't skip it anymore.
Yeah.
It saves 5 seconds, but you have to do 4 or 5 very annoying tricks.
Yeah, and precise movement. It's not fun.
I like the way the game
What's really
told you that you picked it up.
Yeah.
Is like, you picked up some goodies. It's like so very specific.
Yeah, that's
That's
actually the name of it. That's the name of it.
Yeah. Yeah, they show you like pictures from the show and stuff.
Yeah. Like what's it called?
Like Paco.
Demo? Yeah. Yeah,
Paco
exactly.
and Disco King. Yeah.
There you go. So you also might notice I'm trying to play as Odd. So you have the ability to dodge roll, or you can just avoid it. You can dodge out of the way of attacks and stuff like that. It's slightly faster than walking, but Odd has the ability to cancel the animation instantly by shooting. So you have to press A first off, A is jump and B is shoot, which makes it very easy and fun to double jump. Because you can just hold A. Yeah, you hold A, you let go of A to press B, and then immediately tap A again.
Yeah, and the only way you can play this game is on the Wii remote and with nunchuck. So it's really easy to do it. But Odd has to be like in the idle state. But rolling makes him into an idle state, so you can keep all your momentum and stuff as well.
Well, Yumi's the exact opposite. You can double jump as Yumi while walking, but you can't out of a dodge roll.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I pretty much discovered the Odd double jump, but only the idle version or the dodge roll version. And that was like 5 years ago now. Oh no, 4 years ago. No, it was 5 years ago actually. Yeah. Jeez. This has been a while.
We mentioned before how DS has been being pushed along for like the last 2 months. This game's been around a lot.
Yeah.
And I will also mention I wasn't one of the first. Samu was the very first person to run this game, just Samu. I think he's still in chat. He might be asleep. He lives in Finland, so it's like, I think like
Really
5
late
a.m. for him. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. I think for him.
He said something when he got the world record, but I haven't seen him pipe up since.
Yeah. Yeah, record right now is 1:11:58. My PB is bad.
So is mine, but mine's like 4 years
Oh,
old.
there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was my very first speed game, so
It's actually all 3 of ours, I think. Thanks, Samu.
yeah.
Also, I'm sorry my stream is hiccuping every so often. I'm sorry. It was not hiccuping earlier today. It's great.
Zana. It's all Zana.
I know, Xana.
She's upset.
Yeah, there are multiple. There's 3 games. There's the Code Lyoko DS, which was the first game. There's
Yeah, which
this,
I just played.
yeah, which we just finished, and someone got a world record in.
Oh, I wonder who.
I wonder who. Oh man. There's this game, Quest for Infinity, which is on Wii, PSP, and PS2, and then there's Fall of Xana. So there's 2 games, 2 Code Lyoko games, and 1 abomination we refuse to talk about. So this is a oh neat, I got the other cursor glitch. So that's a thing that can happen if my if I'm shooting. So this is William. William is one of the Katak Academy students. You kind of saw him every so often in the other game.
Yeah, just in the background.
Yeah,
but
background.
he joined the Lyoko Warriors in season 3, but
Yeah.
he was kind of bad at his job and turned evil because he got possessed by Santa.
Yeah.
He just So he's now Santa's puppet.
Yeah, and he's flying around. If I shoot him and he leaves the screen like within the same 3 frames, I will have a thing called the other cursor glitch, which is named by me, which is I'm really good at naming things. First off, before I finish that, I'm gonna try this once. This is a very annoying damage boost.
Oh, you're going for that.
Ah, okay. I'm not gonna. I promised Samuel would do it once, and I failed it, unfortunately. So the other cursor glitch, it pretty much is. It thinks I can shoot something, but the target I'm trying to shoot isn't there anymore, so the game just doesn't know what to do. The reason it's called the other cursor glitch is because for that, and we'll show it off later. But I was very creative and also very tired, so I named it the other cursor glitch. It's just like I named UG, or Universal Auric Glitch. I'm very good at naming things. Please give me the ability to name your first. It won't go wrong at all.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Why? I don't know why I chose Yumi. So I mentioned earlier, so you saw earlier, I can hover with a bounce beam. I don't know why I'm explaining that. This isn't relevant yet. Wait 1 level.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
Again, I've been up for I've worked 40 hours in the last 4 days, so I'm sorry.
We appreciate that you're here.
I appreciate that you guys will let me here. This means a whole lot to me and the community.
Yeah.
This fight is-
yeah. This fight is funny if you get Alita here.
Yeah. Well, oh, don't worry. I'll show that off later.
Okay.
Yeah. One thing that's fun is this enemy right here. He can get stuck in William's collision, and you can't kill him. You have to you have to be under William, jump up, and push him up in order to attack him. It's a fun way to lose a minute.
Yeah, that particular William has 1 million HP. You're not going to kill him.
Yeah. But maybe we can. Shh. So this is the first time we're actually not going to have all characters except the first level. And I mentioned earlier how we can go to any exit. So we're going to go to the first exit of this level. Mainly because if we go the other way, there's actually 2 different auto-scrollers you have to wait through. And this way it's just significantly faster. Unfortunately, the way you're supposed to go there first is you hit a button and a platform moves, but the button's gone, so I don't know how we're going to be able to cross that pit. It's like the length of 2 jumps. I wonder how we're going to be able to do that.
You've shown off multiple ways you could do that at this point, so I'm just curious
I know,
which
right?
one,
Just pick a way. Also, I got shot. If you get shot in midair, you get a damage animation. You can jump out of it, but if you're not prepared for it, it's very annoying.
Yeah, especially as Odd. Like, you
Yeah.
can't really do much as Odd. But as Yumi, you can, like, do another jump.
Is that how that damage boost skip you were going for earlier works?
Yeah, that's
Getting
how
shot
that would
midair?
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Ah, neat. Okay. So right there, I picked up an ability. I wanted to pick it up now instead of the first time we came. Also, I wasn't supposed to hit that. Oh well. Because if I picked it up the second time or the first time I came, it would have been a little cutscene showing me what to do. Since I do it now, I don't need to get it. And I could technically again skip that ability, but I cherish my sanity, and I also don't make you guys wait too. So it would require both an enemy AI manipulation later on in the run, and also a very precise jump. Nice. Okay, that's a very annoying skip. That's a very annoying cutscene skip.
Oh, that cutscene skip, yeah.
Yeah.
That
That,
sucks.
I have not been able to get that at all in practice. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of precise both height-wise and, like,
Position-wise.
yeah, position, yeah.
I will say this game is very good in the fact that, whatever the character's like model is, that's exactly their hitbox. So if Odd sticks his arm out and is right in front of a cutscene, he will hit the cutscene trigger, and it's great. I've done that too many times. Also, I'm sorry the stream's a little choppy. My internet's just a little dumb sometimes.
We haven't missed anything super crucial.
Yeah, just
No, we haven't yet.
yeah. I just feel bad.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you can-
skip triplicate, but it's, like, not worth it. It's, like,
It's worth it in low percent, which is another category. Essentially, it's any percent, but with a lot more annoying and difficult tricks.
yeah.
Samu's really, I think. Well, and you do have a run, but it's actually
I
not
did,
valid anymore.
but it was old. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
old.
not valid
Like, it
anymore.
was... Yeah.
So that was also William, but he's dead now.
how many of these sections
It
can
was
you
valid
skip?
back then, though.
So, there are 18 digital C sections, I think. 18 digital C sections.
Yeah.
So it takes up about just under 20 minutes, I think.
Also, I was curious with, since you can leave the levels through like any exit you
exit.
want, do you manage to skip any of these through doing that, or is it just faster to leave
No.
the different level exit?
Well,
We didn't
Um,
skip levels, no.
there are some that we pretty much skip the levels, and that'll be fun later on. But we don't like actually like skip entering a level.
Skip. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to enter every level,
We
yeah.
do have to finish. We do have to reach an exit. Some are easier than others, though. So this is the first level where we don't have Odd or Yumi, and we
This
have
is
to
the only mission where we don't have Odd or Yumi. This is
well,
the only
one other puzzle.
No, there isn't.
Puzzle.
We're also, yeah.
So we have to resolve.
Stream is really messing up.
Do you want me
That's
to
okay.
lower my bitrate real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ulrich, don't die. Ulrich, I said
Fine.
don't die. Also, this is another fun thing. You can't fall off a ledge by... Well, you can die. Okay.
Yeah, the PS2 version doesn't have that. You can't really do the skips in PS2.
So all the double jump glitches and the balance beam hovers, they rely on having the cursor on screen.
Yeah, and
'Cause
the
that's-
cursor's
yeah.
like a big factor as well. Yeah, because it's like another import, and you can only
Yeah.
get that freely with the Wii version.
Yeah. You can do double jumps in the PS2 and PS version, but only if... Which only
Yeah,
happens
only
if,
the
like,
cursor's on screen.
yeah.
Yeah.
If only there's like a button on screen or an enemy on screen that you can shoot. So. Is
Yeah,
that a
the
little better?
PS2 version made the game look a bit better.
It made it a lot better.
Yeah, but it got rid of like a lot of the glitches because you have to rely on the cursor.
Except also it made it slightly worse because for some reason if you walk diagonally in the PS2 and PSP version, you move faster. Because even though it gave him an extra month and a half to work on the game, it still messed it up somehow. Or not a month and a half, another 6 months. if they still somehow messed it up.
Yeah, it looks good so far. I'll let
Yeah.
you know if anything changes.
No, I want to show off petrification stuff, so I didn't for that. Sorry, Samu.
Yeah, so petrification is a power that Aaliyah doesn't have in the show, but she does in the game.
Cause yeah. There are three different versions of petrification skip you can do. There's petrification skip, skip, and fun skip. Believe me, I actually did not name those, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, are these more of your
Yeah, this
naming?
is like
No,
Samu.
those are Samu's. Those are Samu's.
Yeah.
Samu's. Although I think I inspired him to say skip.
Skip, yeah.
Yeah.
That will be your thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, petrification skip sounded like a Gary trick name.
You know me so well. Where am I? Yes. Okay. Yes. So we also have to worry about upgrading our characters. We get points by killing enemies. Unlike in VS, they actually home into you. And we want to upgrade them because it makes us stronger. We don't really get any abilities out of it, but it makes our abilities what we do have and our stronger. Also, this level's fun. It's a giant circle, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna fall and die and reset the level. So this level's fun. It's a big circle, but I don't want to do it, so I'm gonna skip it. Grabbing that platform actually triggers the final checkpoint in this level. So
Yeah.
this is the boss.
You
that
normally
we're
have to go. Yeah, you normally have to go around the level, do like kill some monsters, triplicate a block. But no, you can just like jump on the final platform and then yeah, you pretty much do the final fight of the level.
Yeah.
And
So I'm
that's it.
trying to do something very minor. I'm trying to manipulate this tank. I'm probably gonna mess it up. But if I manipulate him, oh, actually, nope.
I think that
He's
was
gonna be
found by Samu pretty early.
Thing. If I can manipulate his AI into charge, I can make him charge me while I'm over here, and he falls off and kills himself. If he dies before the final block is dead, it respawns. So the perfect split would be manipulating him and falling off as I'm killing the last. As I'm killing the last cube, which I actually got that on a segment, and it's great. That's the easiest way to lose time though. That level. So here's the kind of one of I think two exceptions to what we said earlier. We said earlier that every level, all the exits are loaded already, but this one is different because we actually passed by the first exit, and
Yes.
unfortunately we can't just go back to it, so we have to have a longer path. Go. And that also, if you hug the wall, if you touch the well, not all of it, but you like screech to a halt. So it's a lot more precise. And I'm gonna do the baby shot. So this is a minor glitch.
Yeah, you probably have to use odd. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna do a glitch called moonwalk. So if I interrupt Yumi's attack animation by landing on the ground, I can just walk backwards. And walking backwards has some neat characteristics. It lets me walk like off the ledge. So all the characters have a kind of C-shaped hitbox. I'm not gonna do that again. Okay. That's a thing called petrification skip, or not cat climb skip. That's just a little faster to do than doing that, but I messed it up. So you think of their standing hitbox as a C essentially, right in front of them. So the tip of their toes is the tip of the C, and it kind of goes around them all the way. If you walk backwards into a wall, you walk backwards all the way through the wall to the tip of your toes. And usually you're not supposed to be able to walk backwards. I'm gonna play this very safe. Yes. But if you do moonwalk, Aelita or Yumi gets very confused. She wants to both walk as normal, but also target the curve. So she does both. And that lets me walk off ledges a little more than I should be able to. And that makes some jumps a little easier.
I also want to point out that for some reason, the French voice acting is not like done completely. Like when you see Jeremy say, "Oh, you'll use petrification skip," that line is voiced in English, but not in French.
Yeah, he just kind of gargles, which I mean, he tried. I'm
No,
gonna
it's not gargling. It's just like static sounds.
He tried his best. I really want to get this. I really want to get this. So this is a trick called fast hover. This is a frame perfect trick. There we go. So whenever you hover, I'm gonna be a little too low, but I can jump out.
Zoom.
No, I can't jump out of it. Cool. That's a cutscene. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just hover. So, whatever the speed you hover is determined by the momentum you have walking into the gravity field. If I'm holding fan, I walk very slowly, and that limits the speed I go at. But if I dodge roll and press B at the I was a little too late on that. If I dodge roll and press B at the exact time I need to, I can actually go extremely quick. It is very inconsistent, and even though I got it, I didn't get a jump out of it, and I was too low. Right here, I'm gonna be doing a thing called, I'm gonna be doing a very advanced thing called changing the language to English.
My goodness, so advanced.
It's very advanced. So right here, if the dialogue is faster in French, but I want it to take a little longer because I want to be able to grab that XP. If I don't change it to English, I can kill him, everything's fine, but I can't get the XP fast enough. I want that just because it's a little easier to
safety.
point out. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't, then I can kill some enemies in the next level, but it loses about 5 seconds. In this with saves, it loses 5 seconds because saves take a long time. But I mean, I want to show it off. It's like the one option strat. Also, yo Silo, how's it going, man? Yeah. So Yumi's actually Yumi's the one that's supposed to use the balance beam, but we actually skipped that ability. I will say I think we skipped almost half of them. I think we skipped just one more than half of them in this game. Aura can also use the balance beam, and can also balance beam hover, but it requires frame perfect motion control.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah, because his attack is linked to the motion controls in the game.
I'm using tilt controls.
You know it. So the levels are done in chains. So like, neat. I also changed the Yumi there because double jumping as Yumi is a little more consistent, and I didn't want to risk it.
Plus, you have to rely on her being in an idle state to actually pull it off, which is the reason why it's more consistent.
I know you're right, Samu, but I'm not gonna do it. This is a very tight jump, and I missed it. This is deceivingly tight.
Oh yeah, and earlier we fell off there on purpose just to skip the cutscene a little bit.
Yeah, that was I don't know why I'm getting that good. Oh god, I've been grinding 100% too much. Nope. So ceilings don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
this was like pretty prone to crashing as well.
Yeah. So this game, a lot can crash Paper Mario. You can crash this game by leaving it on.
For how long?
Yes.
Oh no.
Not in the span of a run.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you're running 100% and you're careless like me sometimes. But it's you can just throw away 2-hour run.
Is that the same as the other thing where it's like a console hard lock, or?
No, that's different. So, if too many enemies spawn if you spawn in too many enemies, like say if you're practicing a strat over and over again, the game will get so much lag that it crashes.
Oh no, it doesn't clear the table, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't clear the table properly.
Oh.
It doesn't clear the memory, so you overload the memory.
Oh yeah, so the home menu here that we use to hover up, that's the thing I discovered, and I was like inspired by DSS's discovery of the MSG thing. I can't remember what it is in Sonic 2006.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was inspired by that to use the home menu.
It's
to
actually a
get
pause
the
buffer, yeah.
Hover. Yeah, it's technically a pause buffer, but yeah,
So-
you use the home menu as a pause.
I'm gonna do a buffer list later on, but I'm just nervous right now, so I'm not doing it. Also, my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. In order to jump out of hover, you have to let go of B and press A. I think it's either 1 frame or 2 frames. But to be fair, this game runs at 5 frames per second, so it's free. But after, like, once you have to press A and then immediately let go A and press B after you jump. It's very weird, and the home menu actually helps buffer one of the inputs. It helps buffer the B to A, and then the A to B is pretty free as well. So, one 2-frame input is a lot better than two frame inputs. Actually, also in cheap percent, if you ever do cheap percent, you actually use every single button on the Wii remote and nunchuck.
Really?
That's a little fun fact, yeah. If you do buffers,
Yeah.
if you don't do buffers, then you don't use.
There's like a lot of categories for this game, so you can do.
Yeah, I'll talk about a couple of them during the digital seat, but this is the lag sector. So
Yes, welcome
I
to the
mentioned-
lag sector.
I mentioned earlier that this game isn't technically canon, so if you remember the show, that's great. Also, hovering is dumb in lag. No, I'm gonna pay attention for a second.
Yeah. Another thing too is I think the volcano sector. This is the actual name of it.
Yeah.
Only appears in the comics as well. There's like a Code Lyoko comic, and
Oh,
it
that's right.
depicted
Yeah,
that.
it does.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
And it had Jeremy go on the Lyoko, but there was no ridiculous form.
Yeah.
You're not getting it, the trick, or
Yeah.
is it?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. So,
Cool.
I might be too high. I'm too high. Cool.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to get this. This is a completely optional ability.
Yeah, it's optional. You
Yes.
don't need it to complete the game.
Yeah, we don't need it, but it is going to save a lot of time, and you'll see after this section. I am too high again. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry.
This is pretty hard though.
Yeah, hovering during a camera angle and hovering during, or camera angle change and hovering during lag is very finicky.
You also do not have any control over the camera.
Yeah, exactly. Also, this is fun. If I let go of B, so this is a cutscene. It's showing me what I need to do with time control, which is the ability I just picked up. If I die after picking up an ability, but before hitting a checkpoint, it shows me the cutscene again, which is great because it will play an extended long cutscene. We call that a glitch cutscene. So pretty much it'll show you the cutscene, but it'll start the camera where you are standing. So like if you're on the other side of the map, it'll pan all the way to where it needs to. It's great. In Desert Replica, which is one of the ones we did already, there's a meme category called there's a meme cheap percent subcategory where I use unlock all abilities, and you lose like 8 minutes to glitch cutscenes. It's great.
yeah, because because it just gives you the cutscene anyway.
Yeah.
You have to wait
like-
so long because the camera is panning.
To be fair,
It's-
it's like, oh, you messed it up. Let me show you what you have to do. But also, like, it can take a long time. There actually
Oh
is
yeah. Did we mention that we only play as Auric in this section?
Oh yeah, we can only play as Auric in this section, which is unfortunate. This is Puzzle Split. It is... So there's a puzzle that's coming up. It's a puzzle tower, which, I mean, we copied this off of TTYD. I mean, let's be honest. TTYD is the superior speed game. Anyway, so there's 4...
But this has like barely any RNG in it.
This doesn't have any RNG, yeah. There is 4
I
buttons.
said barely. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like the shot RNG is kind of a little random.
Yeah, the enemies can just decide to not want to work. So there's 4 buttons I have to press, and if Ulrich could double jump, we could actually skip 2 of them, which would be very convenient, because like, we just have to pass this pit. Also, there you go. I fell off the ledge while hitting during this cutscene. If I can slash during a cutscene, and Ulrich will move further, and that just saves a little bit of time from falling. So if we could double jump with Ulrich, or we found some height glitch with Ulrich, we would be able to skip 2 of these buttons. But unfortunately, that's not. as of right now, we've tested, we've gone through a lot of things. We've gone through a thing called fake ledge. I will probably end up showing off by accident. We've tried moving during cutscenes. It's just not feasible as of currently.
And not consistent, I believe.
If anything,
Sammy got it, but it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is one thing you could do, which involves manipulating an AI. One of the creepers that spawned at the very bottom of the level. You can manipulate him and make him walk all the way up to the top of the tower, and you can damage boost off of him. No.
This game's on Wii and PS2, but we're playing the Wii version because it's faster.
PSP as well.
And PSP.
Also,
PSP is funny though, because what they do in the PSP version is they play the music in the background, but as soon as the character talks, the music just stops and you have to hear the character.
PSP is also is potentially the fastest glitchless. Which glitches is a fun category. I can elaborate a bit when I'm doing a digital C.
Yeah.
Also,
it's a funny game.
That was a very hard puzzle. I hope you guys appreciate it. It took a lot of practice. Also, you probably noticed I jumped during a couple of those cutscenes. Jumping and slashing is a 2-frame input during the cutscenes. The slashing, although, is a little freer because just moving the remote counts as one input. So it's easier to do that. But like, jumping on the button is just swag. It's useful in cheat percent, because in cheat percent you get a super speed cheat that makes you move faster. And jumping just makes it so you don't like slide forward past the button. It saves a little bit of movement time, but other than that, it's just swag. So this is by far the longest section in any percent.
Yeah, and we go for the creepers first because 2 of them spawn and not like one of them. Yeah.
We don't want to wait for them to spawn. Yeah. Unfortunately, the other ones like spawned very far away.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. That's the other RNG factor as well, where the enemies spawn. But otherwise, this game is very little RNG.
Yeah.
It's mostly execution.
So I mentioned earlier that movement's gonna be a little different now. So I picked up an ability called Time Control. Time Control slows down time. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be using, or rather, fortunately, I'm not going to be using that at all. So I'm going to try to do something here. Nice. Oh, I messed it up. So I did a slash attack and saved a whopping like 3 pixels of movement. And I'm going to be odd, and I'm just going to go zoom. There we go. So this is how we're going to be moving for the rest of the run.
What?
Oh, you'll see in a second. On.
It's nice.
So, time control canceling is a very easy yet very essential part. It saved 1 minute in any percent and a whopping about 5 to 6 minutes in a 100%. So we mentioned earlier that we can cancel Odd's second dodge roll, every other dodge roll with shooting it. There are some things that can cancel dodge rolls like jumping and stuff, but only during a certain amount of times. Time control is very interesting though. The time control animation interrupts any other animation on the ground. I am very barely do not have enough points. That's unfortunate. This fight's gonna be slightly slower.
Oh wow, yeah, you barely have enough. No, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So time control cancels any animation Odd can do on the ground. So we dodge roll and then cancel the dodge roll. So we can do something else, like another dodge roll, and we can cancel that. So we continuously chain the fast portion of the dodge roll over and over again, and that lets us move a lot faster. This is about like, I think this is about like 3 times faster than we normally can move, and about 2.5, or like 2.25 times faster than just regular dodge roll cancels. So
yeah, the only issue is it really like strains your hands a bit.
Yeah. So you have to hold Z on the nunchuck and dodge roll, and you press C on the nunchuck as well to cancel it. Just grab the nunchuck that I know all of you guys have next to you right now. And try to do that very quickly. It's very annoying. I know you guys have one right next to you because everyone should. So, if during long stretches, I'll actually use my point to press the C button. But other than that, it's also very difficult to do in short spurts. Because you can get very confused on where you actually are in the... a lot of times I'll hit C to cancel a dodge roll, but I'll still be holding well into a ledge and die. Because ledges sometimes don't work in this game.
Sometimes?
Just sometimes. This is what you get for having a game that has no Q.
So earlier you were talking about why the volcano level was really laggy, and you didn't get around to finishing that.
Fire.
Fire?
So
Okay.
there's a lot of... Well,
There's a lot of fire, yeah, a lot of fire. There's a lot of animations and stuff going on. Also, this is a really funny skip.
Yeah, I just hit the final checkpoint. And also, and that's a one-shot William. So that's a thing called cursor glitch. I highlighted an enemy that I could use, and then I changed that the last second, and the game decided, you know what? Good enough. And I froze William, which I'm not supposed to do, and then I shot him and killed him. So that's a little faster. That's probably 3 seconds faster than actually doing the actual fight.
But it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's very funny. And I'm actually going to be showing something with that off after the run. Also, volume warning, by the way. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna warn all the viewers as well. Sometimes the boss can make a very loud and I do not have control of that. Just a warning.
I've got my hand on the mixer.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so the cool thing about Quest for Infinity when you're playing it casually is the boss fights are really fun. They're actually really, really enjoyable.
There's actually some of the best boss fights I've seen in any platformer, really. I've always kind of said that if this game didn't have the digital Cs, it would probably be on par with BFBB and stuff like that, for cartoon games. But unfortunately, the digital Cs kind of hold it back. Also, this fight's gonna be a little slower because I had 90 less points than I needed.
So you're missing a crucial upgrade?
Odd would attack a little faster and a little more powerful.
Okay.
So it's just...
Yeah, Orcs just has more power in his attacks.
Yeah,
So.
but we upgrade Odd. This is actually pretty recent route change. We upgrade Odd because we can use him more in this fight.
That's a really weird route change because the thing is, Oryx, slashing does more damage. You want to do less slashes on the boss.
But also, if you upgrade him to level 2, you can get a lot of Ulrich Sass. Ulrich Sass is a fun little thing where sometimes the motion controls don't work. You can be swinging the Wii remote. That was a sick hit. Okay. You can be swinging the Wii remote, and Ulrich can just be standing there yup, I know you're doing something, but I don't want to move. That'll probably be shown off in Desert Driller, which is the second last boss fight. But yeah, you can just try to spin the controller around. You can spin Ulrich in place. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of sits there. We really don't know why that happened. It's just sometimes Ulrich decides to not want to work. If only I had my FFZ hooked up with, because I have a really good emote for it too, but...
Well, it doesn't seem like you did the super annoying sound, at least.
Yeah. It happens if I change characters, the same frame a sound activates.
Oh, okay. Well, I was ready in case it happened.
Yeah. I don't remember the point mode. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this is very sloppy, and I apologize. See, I should probably mention something. There is a 100%, which is my main category that I run, and I have run recently. Pretty much, it's any percent, but we also collect every goodie, every collectible, we upgrade every character. It's pretty much the base set definition of 100%. It is a lot more fun, in my opinion, because there's a lot more technical movement that we don't get to see in any percent. Including a lot more time control movement, which there's a little thing with time control called a triple jump. It's a two frame input trick. Pretty much you press A, you press C, and then you press A again. But it's pretty precise. I'm going to show it off a couple times, because it's slightly faster to do in a couple, 2 spots. But we use that a lot just for some ledges that we can barely not grab in the campaign, and we can do that when we visit the levels later. But 100% is a lot more fun in my opinion, just because there's so much more movement and a lot more creativity with the routing. Because in this game, in this category, you just want to reach the end. We want to also try to skip as many revisits
Oh
as
yeah,
possible.
sometimes the ground, you can just clip through the ground and
Yeah,
grab.
the ground's fun.
Yeah. Even if you fall
Also-
through the ground.
So you remember earlier we were here with just Ulrich and Aelita, but now that we have Odd and Yumi, we can kind of just jump over all these walls. It makes-
Jeremy also has a great quote if you play as
Also,
Yumi.
hi, Balance Beam.
Dang it, you didn't play as Yumi.
I'm
Oh, there we
sorry.
go, good. You actually did.
No,
You
no.
should Yumi here.
Come on. Hey, look, a Balance Beam.
See a
I
balance beam
didn't-
and I know what's gonna happen.
Yep. Also, I'm trying to do a bufferless one. There we go, for the fans. So yeah, if you try to rearrange a camera, when you try to level out a bounce beam jump, when the camera moves, you can get stuck. And that's great on this level in particular. In 100%, there's a hover that you have to do that is about 50 seconds. And if the camera freezes, if the camera moves when you try to jump up, you can get stuck and you have to redo the entire 50-second hover. It's a bit of a run killer in 100%, so that sucks. Anyway, I hope you guys are liking the one, by the way. This is a lot of fun to show off, this game. Is there anything interesting you want to tell about what we've been doing recently, Aeon? Anything else?
I have no idea what you guys have been doing recently, so it's just like
Beautiful. This isn't the one I'm thinking. Oh, this is the one I'm thinking about. So this is going to be a very interesting trick. This is kind of one of a few unique tricks. There's this wall
oh
here.
yeah, this one is funny. Yeah.
This is a wall. I just really like grabbing it. And I'm just gonna kind of go through it.
We're trying to get like
A very
Yeah, there we
specific
go.
spot.
so this trick is pretty difficult. You
Oh,
need
there
to
we go.
like, okay, cool, nice.
So you have to chain a bunch of blind double jumps. If you double jump too early, you actually clip back in. If you double jump too late, you can't grab the wall. You can't grab the floor and clip back in.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the older strats we had like a YOLO jump to get all the switches before we found that.
Yeah. There's a bunch.
And
It's like
it
a
was
bunch
just
of.
really funny because I got there in a run once, and
Yeah.
that is like extremely difficult.
You have to solve a bunch of puzzles in order to remove the walls, and you actually don't even need to do all the walls. Great, he spawned right in the way.
Yeah, Sammy, I was just explaining that like this mission was incredibly luck based before we found the
Aw.
computer ground stuff.
Sometimes you can walk him to the edge and he just rolls off. The tank, unfortunately, we couldn't really show off the fun AI with the tank's AI is very weird sometimes. It can just roll off on its own free merit, and it's great. There was one time I was doing a run, and he spawned right behind the enemy with the shield. His AI checked that the enemy was in front of him, so he's like, okay, let me go around. He turned to the right and just rolled off the edge and killed him. It was a lot of fun. Okay. So I almost died. Yeah, remember that mission was luck-based? Yeah.
You weren't even there though.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm a baby in this community.
No, you're not.
I will say, if anyone ever wants to run this game, by all means, we are always able to take questions, but the game is deceivingly hard.
Yeah.
Double jumps, getting double jumps takes some practice.
Especially in lag like
Yeah.
this.
Okay, good. If I moved just barely fast enough, I could have grabbed that, and I actually could be climbing it during the cutscene. You're not able to move during cutscenes unless for some reason you're climbing a wall, which you know makes perfect sense. So here we're going to be using an ability called. This is one of 2 abilities we cannot skip in this game. We would actually soft lock on the next boss fight we do if we do not pick this up. Because the boss, you have to use telekinesis to remove his weak point. The weak point is behind the model, but it's inactive. It's like we can clip the camera in and see that the Xana eye is there, but we can't actually target. I'm gonna do this once. This is another instance of cat jumpless. Nope. Okay.
Game didn't let you do it?
Nope. So
Okay.
that has to use moonwalk. Moonwalk lets you clip through walls, but you can also kind of, if you're very precise, you can walk up the wall, clip through the wall, and then jump on a very small piece, double jump off of that, and then you can skip climbing that. It is very much a one killer in low percent and old any percent when we used to skip cat climb. And by we, I mean Samu, because I was a baby and never did it. Hey, look, a bounce beam. I could use it odd here, but I'm gonna switch to Yumi because lag is very annoying.
And also you can like double jump.
Oh, this is a speedy hover. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm a fast. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that balance beam, like, I think I had backup actually that you don't use.
How did
Yeah,
you
you're not using it. But there's like a backup where you just use the bottom one.
Yeah.
How did you control that hover? It was so fast.
I could not control that one. It was, that's why I had to die. I could not
Yeah, it's just
reasonably do that.
too difficult.
Oh yeah, so by the way, the very thin plot of this game is, yeah, they just see the core of Lyoko there. Oh, not the core, the heart of Lyoko.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. I go to Aeon. Do I go to 3 or 6? I don't remember. I think it's 3. No, it's 6. Aeon, I need an adult. I think it's 3.
Three, because we go to the forest first. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
You don't want to go to the ice first. The
So
ice
I'm
is
dyslexic.
terrible.
And I'm dyslexic, and so you have to go to one of the 2 digital. You go to either digital section 3, that's 66% complete, or digital section 6, which is 33% complete. You can see my confusion. Another interesting category is glitchless. Fun fact: glitchless actually takes longer than any percent. Or no, I'm sorry, takes longer than a 100%. Glitchless, you'd think that we wouldn't be able to skip some of the walls. That's where you're wrong, kiddo. With timing slash attacks with Ulrich and fan pumping with Yumi, which is essentially the first half double jump. We can very barely jump over some pits, skip through pits. Also, the game just forgets to program walls sometimes. So we can actually skip big sections. There's one level where we skip 6 minutes worth of gameplay. Like, in a glitchless category. It's probably, I would say it's a lot of fun. You have to be very sadistic though, and I have a very weird and twisted sense of joy with games. So, not that it's bad, I just like to suffer. Which is why I have the world record for Wii Music 100% completion.
Wait, what?
That's another fun thing I do. Yeah, he runs bad
I run
games.
a lot of. That's arguable, Aeon.
I know it's arguable.
Gary runs games
I mean,
that
I
only
run
Gary
some
could
weird
love.
games too.
Yes, you know what? You're not wrong. So this is another fun level. So some of the other levels, the final checkpoint you need to hit was the last checkpoint. Very conveniently, the final checkpoint we need to hit is the very first checkpoint. So I'm gonna. This is also the other level we only play as Ulrich. So I'm gonna come over here and play the level. That's enough. I'm bored. I'm gonna go back. Oh, sweet Nelly. So just by triggering that, the game checks that, okay, he's progressing through the level. Whenever he comes back, we'll spawn the boss for the area. That's... I'm gonna reset. So this is where the run could die if I didn't reset. So, like I mentioned before, if enemies spawn too much or part spawn too much, the game doesn't clear memory properly and will get overloaded and die. And crash, rather. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I remember I had a PB pace run here. I think I highlighted on the channel. And I just go, no, when it crashes.
So, specifically with saves, this level is a lot laggier. So I went ahead and reset. That's really the only way for the game to a little bit, but it seems to work a little better. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but one of the creepers just fell over there.
So what was that last part you kind of cut out in Discord a little bit
Sorry.
when you were explaining that?
If I didn't reset the level, there was a chance that the game could crash.
Yeah.
So I reset the level.
Okay.
There you go. So this is a little bit of bad RNG. I kind of wanted... So there's 4 of these guys I have to fight. I want to get a Lyoko point drop from 3 of them. If I don't, that's okay. I just have to go all the way over there, and we fell. It's just dumb and a little bit of a time loss.
What's funny is, like, if you're, like, HP or Lyoko powers, like, lower than 50%, you're more likely to get that from as enemy drops.
Yeah.
In the game's
So-
code.
This is lag reduction. It reduces a very little amount, but it actually does more in saved runs. It probably saves like half a second. Also, so here's going to be a very interesting thing. This is the one I mentioned earlier. On telekinesis. I'm going to try to do a 1 cycle. If I don't get the 1 cycle, I'm going to show something fun. But first, so this is... Oh.
This is like the Yumi only boss. Like, you don't
Kind
need
of.
the other characters.
Odds
You
really the
really
only other...
don't need them.
You might have noticed we actually don't... I've not used Aelita to fight. I'm going to use her once and for the final boss, and that's it. Because she's very weak, except for the very end.
It's not that unusual after the DS run because it was such a risk to use her to fight in that game.
Well,
Yeah, we use her to deactivate towers because she's like the only one that can. But this game doesn't care.
So I went ahead and attacked the boss, and I'm going to try to... Ooh. I'm going to change characters as the fan is in his hitbox. Nope. There we go. Okay. So the back of his back eye, yeah, barely. The back of his back eye takes a lot more damage than his front. So, but if I'm changing characters, the fans still act like fans. So you probably saw it was very, very close. It was probably like 2 frames off from ending that hitbox. I didn't explain that very well, but I killed the boss very quickly, faster than you're supposed to.
I got the general idea of how it worked.
It's kind of like Mega Man, where Mega Man 1 and 2, where you can pause the game and it reapplies the damage application in bosses.
Or like Blaster Master, where you pause while the grenade is going off and it just keeps damaging.
Yeah. Blaster Master is a good game. I think I tried to pick that game up, but it wasn't bad enough.
Blaster Master 2, there you go.
I have some high quality. I have some high standards. So I hope you like that boss. We see it 4 more times.
Oh my goodness.
There's
the
only 4
shark?
sections. Yeah, the shark. There's only 2 more digital Cs though. Do the math.
I don't
Oh, after this one? Yeah, it has to be after this one. I remember it's after this one. But yeah, this one's not particularly
Also-
terrible, but the next 2 ones are. Oh,
Also-
no.
I should mention these are memory leaks. I take damage by running into them. It is done by pointer control. So there is a chance that every so often the cursor is like, I'm gonna go this way and just run off screen. So I think I might be like 2 hits off. Oh, I was barely. Okay. No, I was. So he takes 16 hits.
Yeah. So 2 8 hits, basically. But. Oh, yeah, we didn't mention about the digital C. We just tapped to shoot.
Oh, yeah. we kind of mentioned it. So digital Cs are annoying. They're shooters.
Because normally, like, when I see people
Yeah.
play it casually, they do not tap it. They just like hold the button because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a lot easier.
Yeah. Tapping and holding to target have benefits either or. But yeah. So this level is Upsilon, and there is a very interesting skip called Upsilon skip. So when we get to the, that's cool. Okay. Anyway, so when we get to the end of this level, you'll notice that we're actually right up. Yeah, that
I saw
happens
that.
sometimes. Explosions. So there are explosions, and then there's bullets. Bullets don't have as much knockback as explosions. There's the last volcano replica in the level in the game is a little. Oh no, Lyoko shark do. No, stop paying attention. Ah. I got distracted.
Yeah, you tend to get a friend to follow you.
Yeah.
Too busy memeing.
I know, right? That's a hard life. Also, did anyone notice the platform pushed the bullet out of the way? So when we reach the end of this level, you actually see we're right above where we start. We can ascend all the way up there by damage boosting off of, but in any percent, we actually just do not have enough health to do it. Also, I have a friend now. He's just gonna follow me around.
Yeah, don't mind the friend there.
Also, if I try to attack him, I can't because he's unloaded. He's invincible right now. It's great. Ready for the easiest fight skip in the game? Ooh.
Oh yeah, this one's you can do it like casually as well.
I almost
think.
missed it. I almost missed it. Wow, he's very determined. Usually he doesn't follow you all the way. Oh. No. Come on. There we go.
So close. Yeah.
I got it. So every so often they can spawn on the edge. And if you character change in his hitbox, he can sometimes get pushed back. And also what I did right there is very interesting. So I used the ability triplicate.
Yes,
if you
triplicate just remove the shields off the Volcanoids.
And triplicate also has a very weird effect. Again, this game had no QA testers. If you use triplicate and then hit the enemy, it does the amount of damage it would usually for the final hit. So you can do the final hit and then it'll do the final hit again. What I did was I activated triplicate and then hit him, and then walked away to the other guy and hit him as well. And what that did was remove both shields. Otherwise, I'd have to use triplicate again. But thankfully, I didn't need to do that. So that's just a little bit of time save. Also, this is my favorite boss in the game. It's just so satisfying to do. Also, I wish in these boss fights, you're only able to use 2 or 3 characters. The plot reason is because the other one has to watch the skid.
Yeah, it's got it, basically.
So it would be nice if we had Yumi here, but we're not able to because Yumi's the one that watches the because of course.
Yeah, and the skids, if you don't know, the skid allows them to get back to their Lyoko, basically.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll be stranded, and that's really bad.
We're in Replica, which is essentially Xana's Lyoko.
Yeah.
Which it created in order to have towers to activate on it. I am gonna... Fun fact, you can cancel damage animations with... Great.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm just kind of sitting here. Also, I took a little too much damage.
Yeah, the boss's name is great. I think they named it that in the notes I saw, the game notes.
So I'm gonna attack his weak point. That is vulnerable now. I'm gonna stand far away from him, because that will he's not gonna swipe. If I were to be close to him, he would try to swipe at me, but if I'm far away, he'll try to shoot me, and that means I can shoot his eye. And this is kind of a rinse and repeat. This is the third to last boss.
Oh yeah, so normally you're supposed to deflect the shots, but
Yeah.
instead, yeah, you
I
can just jump
don't
over
care.
them, and it
Yeah.
works.
You can also fun fact, you can actually jump on it, but it's a very tight timing, and I don't want to take any damage, so I'm not gonna try.
Jump on the
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah. Also, just any projectile, any like small bullet, it actually has a hitbox on it. You can jump off.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and if just to let you know, if you die during a boss, you have to start like the boss
Yeah.
fight over again. So
Which
it's
is-
very punishing.
Specifically for the next boss.
Yes,
We're gonna do.
especially in the next boss.
So this is the level where we start to see a lot more time control movement. This is we kind of went a long time seeing it, but now we're gonna see a lot more time control. Go.
Samu and Chaz asking you to please never go that low HP again.
No. No promises, Samu. Every time I play this game, I give him a mild, and I feel sorry most of the time.
I mean,
Aw.
I was on 2 HP earlier, and
Yeah. Aeon almost died too. It's
yeah.
also so I really
Oh,
wanted
that's
to
a shame.
activate. So I have flight, which is the only other ability that we can't skip in this game. I wanted to activate the ability before the cutscene started, because then I could be moving during it. It's like a 2-second time loss, 2.5-second time loss. Heck. Also, you may notice.
No.
Yeah.
This
Also,
one.
you may notice that I mentioned that you have to be standing still in order to use odds double jump while walking. But you may notice that like it looks like I'm just holding forward, and then I'm double jumping. I'm letting go of the joystick. I'm putting the joystick back to neutral for like a quarter of a second, and that's enough to
Yeah,
I mean,
put him in the idle state.
Yeah.
Basically, in order to execute the double jump forward.
Yeah. It's another reason why I mentioned like it's very technical, this game, for no good reason. Hey, I got the jump. Come on. Go away. I want to get this. Neat, I didn't get it. Okay. That was a small cutscene skip. Also, this tower doesn't exist. So I was trying to get a very weird and finicky cutscene skip. Essentially, I would jump over the cutscene. That cutscene right there where Jeremy talks is actually not the cutscene that ends the level. It's like halfway over the bridge. So if we skip that, we can skip like 5 seconds of Jeremy talking. What am I doing?
Queen just summarized the plot there. Okay, Lyoko.
Yep.
Yeah, for anybody watching on YouTube later on, it was "Hello, naughty children, it's murder time" as a way to explain saying. It's so good.
Hello. So I accidentally spoiled like one of the big plot twists. Also, hold on. Let me Okay, I'm gonna. You didn't see that. Nothing happened. Ledges in this game are great, specifically on these rotations.
I'm surprised you grabbed the checkpoint there.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna need it. There you go. So
You're
right there,
close to it.
right there, there's a thing called a fake ledge that can happen. A fake ledge is like a ledge you can grab, but the game, like, it's not programmed properly. So it'll warp you to either the last ledge you grabbed or origin of the map. So it's like the game doesn't like it when you grab a fake ledge because it doesn't know if it exists or not, and that means it doesn't know where you are. And the game wants to know where you are, so it'll either teleport you to, like I mentioned before, did I just moonwalk out of that ice? I think I did. That was cool.
Maybe.
That's a thing that happens
yeah.
sometimes.
Oh yeah, that orb, by the way, is Franz Hopper.
Yeah, up
If you
here.
didn't know.
Right there. Yeah, Franz, this is where Franz Hopper sacrifices him. Spoilers!
No. He doesn't sacrifice himself in this game.
No, does he not?
No, he doesn't.
Spoilers! Also,
This helps.
You spoiled me so many times. I'm so disillusioned now, Gary.
Okay, I'm sorry. I failed you. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so a fun thing about the game about fake ledges is if the last ledge you grabbed is like, so the game is kind of goes in like quadrants, and each quadrant has an origin that'll bring you to. And the only reason we theorize it brings you to origin is because it's a place that the game knows exists. A lot of games do that. A couple other games I run too.
Yoshi's Island does that when you do the wrong warps in the pipes.
Oh yeah, that's right too. Yeah.
Just sends
There's
you
another
to
game
coordinate 1-1.
Yeah, there's another game I called Pitfall: The Lost Expedition, where if you go out of bounds before registering a ground location, it brings you to origin, which is like the very bottom of a map. It's great, and you die instantly. And it's great because sometimes when you enter the load zone, you just fall through the ground. Again, I have very interesting taste in speed. But the fun thing is, if the last ledge you grabbed is in another quadrant, sometimes it crashes the game. And that's a great way to lose a run.
Is this the triumphant return of the shark?
Yep. Yeah. There's one more digital C, and he appears 3 different times. So like, most of the digital Cs are like anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute and a quarter. The last one's 2.5 minutes, and if you die at the end, you do it all over.
It sounds awful.
Yeah. And this one, yeah, if you die, you had to go to the start again of that one, but it wasn't that bad.
This is the last time we go to the forest replica. I kind of like what Xana did though. It looks a lot better. It looks a lot more red, which I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I like red. Also, I just skipped the entire level.
Oh yeah, we don't need to do this level.
Yeah, I just skipped it. So you might remember earlier in the game when I got time control. That's actually the checkpoint I reached. You're supposed to get to this checkpoint during this visit. You're supposed to go on a long path, fight William, and then you hit a teleporter that brings you there. But I just don't want to do that, so I jumped there.
I don't think anyone wants to do that.
Fun fact:
not when you can go up there.
Fun fact: in glitchless, you can barely not hit that. We've tried. If we can skip that, if we can hit that in glitchless, that would save about 4 minutes.
A lot of time. Yeah.
4.5.
Yeah.
Just because you don't skip a auto scroller like one of the other levels, but it's like a lot of movement. Also, I'm just standing here.
Boss. Yeah.
Volume warning.
Yeah, this boss is loud.
He can
especially
be.
in the final phase.
So again, I was actually kind of low in points, lower than I wanted. So I'm oh, this is decent RNG. So this is Desert Driller. He is the worst boss in the game. He is the longest. He takes about 2.5 minutes. If you die at the end, you do it all over. Sounds familiar, I know.
And there's RNG.
The middle phase is RNG. He shoots these balls and then he shoots waves. He usually shoots more balls than waves as he shoots 3 waves. The optimal RNG the best that Samu's ever found. Samu, God bless his soul, he did ILs of this boss. The best RNG he ever found was 1-1, 1-1-2-1, 2-2-3-2, I think. I don't remember exactly.
So what do those numbers mean?
Yeah.
Like the number of...
the number of balls and the number of waves. There's 4 phases.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you go to the SRC page, you can find the IL. I want to beat it because I want to suffer, but also like I don't want to beat it because I don't want to suffer this much. This is a gameplay. Unfortunately, I took a little too much health. If I don't take too much damage, I can potentially 3-cycle the final phase.
Samu was reminding you to not go low HP.
Yeah.
You really don't want to go low HP on this boss.
Because you can.
Yeah, the balls at the end like really like deplete your HP so quickly. It's crazy.
So I'm gonna kind of be quiet a bit because I need to. The cursor is very important because we're gonna play as Yumi and we have to hit 4 of his joints. Oh, there's one more phase. I'm stupid. Never mind. Ignore what I said. I'm spoiling things again. Ugh.
Oh my god.
No, that's part of the phase, isn't it?
Yeah. No.
Oh, no, you mean...
This is the 4th phase.
Alright, yeah. 4 phase of this phase.
I'm stupid. Okay. How can we go red HP if the HP bar is, Oh, neat. I just didn't do enough damage. How can we do red HP without... So, this is where the volume warning is going to be.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, the boss has a
Oh.
pretty interesting design on the third phase.
Ooh, okay. So I hit his 4 weakness. I hit his 4 points, and I'm gonna attack his weak
Tail.
point.
Tail.
Yes, tail, tail.
It's a tail. It's totally a tail.
It's his tail.
That's a tail.
Yeah. And if I had enough HP, I would kind of stand there, get stuck between his legs, and continue to attack him.
Did the game just lag really badly? Is that
Yeah,
my
that happens.
imagination? Yeah.
Hey, Samu, I died.
Did you really?
Maybe.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
this boss is the worst denial. Oh no!
Samu's
I
gonna be
remember in my
upset.
first low percent run, I did this boss. It took me half an hour to beat it.
Yeah.
The low percent.
It's amazing how
Like this-
fast you blast through that first phase in terms of like damage, and then the ones after are just wasting time.
Okay, I'm actually gonna shut up for now.
Yeah.
I know, Samu.
All right, chat.
Thank you for having me on the GDQ channel. I'm glad I'm never gonna be able to do it again.
Chat, give Gary your energy. Do it.
Please.
Yeah, this boss is.
What is this RNG too? Like,
This boss is scary in the speedrun. You just lose so much time if you die against the boss.
usually if I'm not doing commentary, I'm actually paying attention. Also, usually if I actually have more than 2 hours of sleep in the span of 4.
Yeah.
So I apologize. This has been a very eventful.
It's been a very entertaining run.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Chat is sending you their energy, Gary.
Oh, I feel the love. Ulrich Sass, please. Okay, so that's Ulrich Sass. He's kind of just. Sorry, Ulrich Sass. He's kind of just standing there, not doing anything.
Yeah, I think you got the FFC image from Tip Top Shape, that episode in season 2,
Oh yeah.
where he goes, "It's electric," and he just
Oh,
says it with that accent. In
So good. I have. If you ever
In
go to
this one?
FFZ, look up Ulrich Sass. That's one of my emotes. It pretty much sums up exactly what Ulrich does. Okay. I'm actually gonna take my earbud out so I don't hear you guys. I'm not distracted.
All right.
I know you're saying words, but I can't hear you.
Bye, Gary. All right.
I'm just reading the chat here. It's kind of interesting, the conversation, mainly about the show.
So they, Gary started to explain earlier that at this point the balls are a problem. What about the ball attack is a problem in this phase?
The ball attack, it just does a lot of damage. You get hit by 3 balls, basically, so it's like triple damage.
Oh, okay.
And you don't collect a lot of HP upgrades. Like earlier, I think I only saw Gary pick up 2 HP upgrades.
Yep. I totally
So-
know what you guys are saying. I completely hear you guys. I agree with what you're saying. Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a lot of HP upgrades.
Valuable.
And
stuff.
normally, if you get enough upgrade points, you have the double blade Auric, and his like response time to your slashing, motion control slashing, is actually a lot better when you get that upgrade. So when you have that upgrade, your attacks are pretty not
Is
that
that a-
responsive.
an
No, I
Upgrade.
don't want to update OBS. Go away.
Is that an upgrade you would normally have? Because he did say he was short on points.
It's sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. It really depends.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so right now Gary's taking it real safe here. Staying close to the boss because the stomp attack does
Hey
a
guys,
lot
look, I
less
did it.
damage.
Did it.
Nice.
Just using the stomp attack to avoid to get iframes, basically.
Yeah, and to avoid like a lot of damage
Okay.
from the ball attack.
Another thing, just like with the other fight boss, I'd rather have odd for that level because it's just so much more convenient. But we don't get them. Also, this is the final level.
Yes.
Oh, is this
Yes,
is this the digital C we've been waiting for?
Yes, this is the digital
Yes.
C.
Oh boy.
Everyone say it with me now. Lyoko, shark doo doo, and copyright.
That was not what I was expecting.
I don't want to look at my splits to know where I am in comparison.
Then don't.
Yeah. I might actually just be barely overestimate. I think I have plenty of leeway.
Not
So
too
like my
concerned about
PB,
it.
yeah, I know. My PB is 117.
17. Yeah.
117.14. I have about 7 to 10 minutes of leeway, mainly because the saves. Also, hello shark. Hello shark.
I mean, you've also been talking at multiple points about how if you die here, you lose 3 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, double.
Oh,
shark.
you know what? That's right. I should shut up. Actually, I should stop talking.
Yeah, so just a reminder though, you can watch all the Code Lyoko episodes on YouTube, except for like a few of Evolution, because they're still releasing those episodes on YouTube.
That YouTube channel has everything, all the cartoon episodes, also in French, and I think they're also working on Spanish. I think they're done with Spanish. And then they have...
Yeah, they have so many channels, like, for different languages as well.
So they have it all in French, English, and Spanish, which were the 3 most popular versions of it. And then also they have Evolution in French, and they're dubbing the...
They're subbing English.
Sorry, they're subbing English now. Which actually, fun fact, if you check Evolution's official Wikipedia page, it actually says that the French versions were aired in 2013, and the English versions are aired... Hungarian? What?
There was a Hungarian version that was aired in 2012.
Oh, there was, yeah. There was one. But it says, the Wikipedia page says that I shouldn't have got this. I shouldn't have got that. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I remember watching the Hungarian version when it first came out, and then we just like...
Oh boy, that's scary.
People groups like watched it.
So there's actually, if I'm going through PB attempts, there's actually 2 speed boosts you can get. I have a consistent, but I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah.
Because you can just die and then...
Yeah. And reminder, 2.5 minutes.
So that's shark number 3. Do we have a number
Shark
4?
number 3. So it's Baby Shark, Mama Shark, and Xana Shark.
Santa shark.
But yeah, I think all the languages for the episodes are on the Code Lyoko Reddit, I think.
Yeah.
They're like listed on the side.
There is also a Code Lyoko Reddit Discord. Pretty active, I think. All 3 of us are in there. If anyone ever says the word speedrun, we're usually there on. And unfortunately, we actually don't get to play as Odd in this level. So, movement's slow. But this is the last level. And then we have the final boss. So yeah, usually for super serious marathon runs, I'll have the...
Be what?
128. Yeah, 158 in case I really mess up. I usually have it as 128. I need a nap. I'm sorry. I usually have it as 128 because 3 minutes lost to time saving and 3 minutes lost to Desert Driller. And then I just have extra time from bleeding time. So,
Ooh, this lag is... I forgot about this lag.
So yeah, all the particles... Also, here's another...
just stuff going on.
Hey, you like losing 1.5 minutes to auto-scroll? I have some more good news for you.
Oh no.
So there's these exploding hornets. If they hit you, you get... I mentioned earlier that there's a difference between bullet damage and explosion damage. Yumi will get knocked off the platform and float in midair as the platform's leaving away. Now, I can kill them. I can also change characters right when it happens. But, like, if that happens where they don't load in properly, then I can die.
Is that what you were doing when we cut to your game at the start?
That's something else.
Okay.
That's something else. So that is, if I get... There's an ability called Creativity. If you get hit on a platform that's Creativity, it's both the ground and also not a ground. So the game just kind of... You're falling. It wants you to fall, but you can't fall because you're on the ground still. I did a really bad job of explaining that, but
No, I get it, because creativity is like, you basically build a platform.
Yeah.
There.
So it's not complete solid ground, so when you get hit, you have to fall over. But you're not really landing on ground, so it gets confused. That really isn't a soft lock, because you can just change characters. And also, I'm going to walk this, because if I dodge roll on one of these ledges, there's a high chance I can just fall off. I have lost a 100% run to that, and it's great, because that's an hour and a half into the run. Schrodinger's ground, yes. Also,
there was a reference to Schrodinger in the show as well, when
oh, yeah.
Jeremy was going through his books, And when he eventually found the Punic one, he first found the Schrodinger one. That was fun.
I'm
Was
gonna
this
show
the-
off one. What's up?
Is this the same balance beam we used earlier?
Yeah, it,
Yes.
it is. Now I could go to the same entrance, the same exit, but I want to show something off real quick. So we actually, I think we skip every single fight with William except for like 2. This is the final fight you're supposed to do with William. It's safe to say we don't really fight him as intended, and this is gonna be the same thing. Hi, William. Bye, William. Oh. Bye, William.
Yeah, this is meant to be a final fight with him.
Yeah. It's very anticlimactic, I will admit, because he kind of just
There
walks
we
off the
go.
ledge.
Did you
There he goes.
did you just manipulate him to fall in the pit?
Yeah. So if a character moves during a character change, if an enemy moves during character change, there's a chance that they gain extra momentum, and he just kind of gained so much momentum. He, I mentioned earlier, you actually saw when I was trying to change my bit rate. If you get shot on a ledge, you don't fall off. But if an enemy gets so much momentum, like a weird amount of momentum, they can clip through the ledge collision. And he just falls to his death. It's great.
That's amazing.
There's another one of that in low percent, which unfortunately is mandatory.
Oh,
for
you
low
didn't get the
percent.
cutscene skip.
Yeah.
There's a
so right
weak
there,
cutscene
Yeah.
skip there.
if you
stand on the
jump,
spot.
we really don't know what causes it, but if you jump and and go to the right, sometimes you can skip the cutscene trigger. It's like 1 in 5. I actually got it during my practice. Also, the TV's quiet. So
Yeah, we need to hear. So
I need to hear
yeah.
this. So you're gonna probably hear some reverb from the TV.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's
Be quiet for this.
too loud. Now you can make as much sound as you want.
Oh,
I don't
are you
care.
sure?
I don't
Okay.
care. This
Okay.
this runs already a gong show as it is.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking
Yeah.
for is every time I hit him, no other enemy, no other hitbox does this. But every time I hit one of these things, it makes a small tick sound. And I'm doing a specific amount of damage in order to potentially do a 1 cycle here. Every time you destroy 2 arms, he goes into a phase where he spins around and shoots fire. I'm gonna try to get all 6 of them at once. This is like the one most serious part of the run, and it's kind of funny.
And yeah, if you like miss the cycle, you have to like wait for the boss to like do it again.
It's
and
not the
just
end
so
of the
annoying.
run, but like if you're doing a run.
Be the end of a PB attempt.
Yeah, yeah, it's really annoying.
I do 2 charge shots, and then 2 bullets with odd. Nope. Oh, I didn't do enough on that one. Okay, let's go. Ah! I think I was just barely 1 shot off. Aw. Yeah.
That's weird. He should have had 2 animations where he was stunned.
Yeah, that's so every time you destroy an arm, the first 2 times you destroy an arm, he gets a stun animation. Yeah. I was 1 hit off. For some reason he didn't do the stun animation.
For the second one, yeah,
Yeah,
he
for
should
the
have had 2.
Usually if
Oh,
he does that,
you're
then you can
missing
shoot
one.
all of them.
Yeah,
Also, hey Samu, look at my health.
health's fine.
No,
Oh my
now
god!
it isn't. Now it isn't.
You
it's
did that
okay.
on
This
purpose.
part I just need to not do anything. I'll yell time as loud as I can when it happens.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Except
it's almost
not actually.
time.
It's gonna be a very abrupt end.
William nous attaque. Ok, Yumi, Ulrich, à vous de jouer.
The minions give you HP, by the way.
Yeah, so thankfully I've gotten some HP, so it should be okay.
yeah, you're more likely to get when you're at low health.
And time!
Woo!
Hey, I'm overestimate! Yay!
Oh, we didn't get the city ending where.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think, that's fine.
So, again, thank you guys for chilling through these 2 runs. This game is a lot of fun. If you ever guys want to run this game, or any of the Lyoko games, we have a Discord. I think they've been posting it every so often.
Yeah, I can post it again. 1 second.
We can post it again.
And it'll be in the Discord. It'll be in the YouTube description if you're watching on YouTube.
Also, definitely watch the cartoon, watch the show. It's a good show.
Yes. I
So-
watched it like last night, and the episodes I saw from the DS game, they picked some really good episodes for that. So
If you ever
Yeah.
watch, there's another fun thing. If you ever watch the show and just bored of it, turn on closed captions on YouTube. YouTube generated closed captions are pretty special with the Code Lyoko, but I won't spoil anything if you do that. There's one thing I want to do before I go, though. This is kind of the thing we always wrap up this game with. So this is gonna take a bit of like 2-3 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go for it.
It's, God forbid I go over more estimate.
I mean, I finished early, like
Yeah.
really early. I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Oh, in that case, so I'm gonna use super speed, just because it gets me there easier. And you can also see a fun little thing with moonwalk. That's not what I'm supposed to do. So I mentioned with moonwalk, you can kind of barely clip through walls. But when you have super speed, you just go through them. That's
Yeah, in
fine.
cheat percent we have like a super speed treat, so you don't have to roll. You said you just use your movement speed to
Yeah,
do stuff.
cheat percent is 106.52, I think, or 57, one of the two. And it can go down more. Mostly, you get boosted damage and boosted speed. It's like a more relaxed game, a more relaxed 90%. So I showed earlier that there's a. I'm gonna turn the TV down a bit.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to do that.
Volume warning a little bit. So earlier,
I'm ready.
I used petrification to insta kill William. That's when you're supposed to kill William. In this fight, we're not actually supposed to kill William, but there's an enemy I can use to freeze him. So I'm gonna target him, change it to William, and freeze him. And I'm gonna shoot him, and it hard locks my Wii U. That's a thing that happens. So you might think, oh, it's like a crash. Just press the pause button. No. Oh, press the home button? No. Hold the power of the console? No. Turn the game off. You have to unplug the console.
Yeah, you literally have to like
Yeah, you have to-
unplug the console.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been a lot of fun.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. Thanks to both of you for
The
coming
most
on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
The most
I
appropriate
feel like
way
it's a
to
good way to end this game.
Just with
yeah,
no signal.
with Xena attacking the Wii U.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I promise if this actually gets into GDQ, I'm actually... Okay? You have my word. But,
That you'll what?
But if this actually gets into GDQ, I'm actually going to take... But yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thanks to Aeon Frodo and Gary for showing us those Code Lyoko games. It was a lot of fun. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow for Random Number Generation, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And we are going to take a quick break, play a few ads, and then we're going to raid someone. Just need to play a few ads before we do. So if you stick around, we're going to send you off to someone else who's speedrunning. And we'll see you tomorrow.